Alright, I think we should be streaming. Alright, let's open up Twitch to check, though. Wow, that was really loud in my ear. I'm guessing somebody might have heard it because, yeah, desktop audio is on. But boy, it was really loud. Okay, you're not going to be able to hear me real well because I'm facing away. Okay. At everyone. We Torna ing today. Okay. Copy that. Put it in the Discord. I'm gonna post this to Twitter. I just don't see the point because nobody ever comes from Twitter anyways. There's no point. So we're not gonna worry about it. Anyways, let me get my mic over closer to me and then let me set up my phone so I can see the chat. Alright, let's get this guy open. This piano song is a little more relaxing than like exciting, but I guess that's just how it goes. Okay, let me go to my profile, go to my channel, and then we'll be able to do it pretty quickly here. Alright, sweet. And with that, we should be good, although it just hasn't shown up yet. So we'll see how long that takes. I'm not sure. I guess we could probably just press continue, because I don't think there was anything particularly important going on at that moment, and at least I can do something instead of just sitting on a title screen. So I'm just going to do random stuff for a bit until people show up, which mainly means just grab collection points and maybe beat up an enemy or two, because why not?
They're as good as done.
Okay. I'm not sure starting with Mythra really makes a lot of sense for actual fighting, though, honestly. Primarily because we don't really have, like, a good option for breaking and toppling and stuff. But what are you gonna do? Hey! Ooh, I should have done the launch one. No! Okay, here. Oh, okay. Welcome to the stream, Jispy. I hope the volume's not too loud on the battles. But anyways, welcome back. We're back with Torna this time. Since it's been a couple weeks since we played Torna. And I figure we'll kind of try to keep up with both of these at the same time since I have an intent behind why I'm doing the streams this way. For story reasons. But anyways, yes, welcome back. So last time we played Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torna the Golden Country, which is a mouthful of the title. We started off with Laura and Jin, although right now Laura's not in the party. It's just Jin. She doesn't like meetings. Started off with Laura and Jin, who were just roaming the waste when they came across this little kid named Mikhail, who we definitely don't know from the main game. And Jin, noticeably less murderous in this game. We met up with Prince Adam, who was the original driver of the Aegis, who is mysteriously just Mythra. You might have noticed we haven't seen Pyra yet. And we were making our way to Gormat to go see Laura's mom. She, spoiler alert, was dead. I say spoiler alert like you weren't already here. She was dead, and so we ended up fighting with Hugo and Brigid because they thought we were the one who massacred the entire town, despite the fact that, like, this guy didn't really look like the type, frankly. But now we're going to go investigate some strange happening that they think is the Aegis, while Laura stays back with Hayes, because she, again, does not like boring, stuffy meetings. So we're just going to go head out and see what happens. During battles, this game is a bit on the makes duo hard to hear side. Okay, let me... Here, I'm going to get a little closer to the mic. Tell me if this is any better. I don't know if it will be or won't be. And if I need to, I can lower the volume for stuff. Because I'm not sure if the settings carried over from the main game in terms of, like, the battle voices. Volume seems like it's always a thing. Always too low or too high. That is kind of the thing with these games is I don't think they're really designed for this format. I gotta be honest with you. But that's just how it goes. Prince Adam, did I already make the He-Man joke? You might have.
Do something meaty.
Understood. Steamed vegetables it is.
Wow. Rude.
I really don't even know if you get to hear those fucking dumb after battle conversations, but they're really funny. Seems to have helped getting closer to the mic, I mean, but maybe turn the sound down a notch anyways. Okay. Alright. Yeah, actually it did reset the, let's see. Okay, so hopefully that'll be a little better. We'll find out. Steamed vegetables it is. At least it's not steamed hams. Mythra literally wanted steamed ham. She outright said, oh, make something meaty. And Jin responded, alright, steamed vegetables it is. Because in this game, everybody hates Mythra for some reason. Except for me. They just don't understand what peak is. But, you know. So, anyways, yes, we're actually playing as Adam now. We technically unlocked another character, but, like, I'm not going to play as Hugo. I'm sorry. I'm not the biggest fan. I guess we could try him out. I don't know. The last time I played this game, I didn't touch him. So, perhaps I should give him a try. Maybe. You know, if I'm feeling up to it. Boy, these battles are... That is the funny thing coming from Xenoblade 2. Every time is like, ah, these fights are too quick. Oh, he invited some other enemies at least, but they're level 9, so like, what are they gonna do? Realistically. Okay, I'm gonna switch to Mythra after we do this. Boom. Also, interestingly enough, that's an attack that Pyra has in the main game. A little odd. Oh, you want some of this too? You just saw your friends get massacred, and you're really gonna come in and do this? You really think this is a good decision? So this is Adam, and I keep joking Mythra vaguely resembles She-Ra. That's a thing. I don't know. I think Mythra looks nicer than She-Ra personally, but, you know, that's just me. Ooh, that was one of her smash attacks. Or like one of her Super Smash Bros. Special attacks, I should specify. Considering smash attacks are a thing in this game, too. Anyways, let's go. And I'm just going to keep picking up stuff because this is what you do in Xenoblade games. Plus, we're probably going to be doing side quests as we go. So, you know. Very fun. Oh, okay. Hello, Big Bird. Okay. Hopefully not the one from Sesame Street. Otherwise, boy, you've changed a lot since then. We also actually have a party of 3, technically. We don't have Laura and Hayes, which... means we're out a healer, which isn't great. Okay, somebody topple him. Somebody topple him. Come on. Do it. Nope, nobody toppled him. He's not even going to survive long enough for much to happen anyways, even if somebody does topple him. It sucks. Level 18, and he couldn't even put up any fight at all. Maybe I'm just too used to Xenoblade 2, which is the Dark Souls of the Xenoblade series. So honestly, I think those Junkoid ROM hacks redeemed Metroid. Honestly, Junkoid NES is just straight up better than vanilla Metroid. I mean, vanilla Metroid on NES isn't that great, so it's not hard to accomplish.
What have we got here?
Not sure why they'd be games you can play, though. They have themes you wouldn't like, and also pixelated nudity. Ah, okay, yeah, I'd probably rather skip out on them then. Personally.
What have we got here?
Probably should have looked at the quests we had, but I'm going to wait a little longer before we start doing side quests. Mainly because several of them will open up, and I said this before, but we're going to need to do them. That being said, I'm going to beat up anything on the way that is involved in the side quest, of course. Oddly, the NES one gives you basically all the major upgrades almost right off the bat. Okay, huh. I'm guessing it's just to make it more non-linear or something, I don't know. Boy, I like how one of his attacks just knocks the enemy back. It's pretty great. Okay, is somebody gonna topple him? Because I always end up wasting my launch right before they freaking topple somebody. But it sure seems like they're waiting, so I guess it's not gonna matter. Oh, he's gonna call enemies. I'm not sure it really worked very well, but you know, he tried. Okay, so we just got something for the miasma guy who wanted to research those last time. I don't know if you remember that, but... yeah, if that's the one from Sesame Street, he's become blue. Well... I'm glad he's blue, because if he was green, he would die. And that's a reference that Jispy might not get. Technically are actually just getting close to the actual site, so I guess we'll go do that. I sure don't. It's a weird reference to a song that existed that was called I'm Blue. And the song was basically just like nonsense for half of it, but like people always would misinterpret the lyrics because he just says, I'm blue, daba dee, daba die, but everybody's like, oh, I'm blue, if I was green, I would die. It's like, it's just a joke thing people would say. Tell me, you finally found the uninhabited Titan? That's right, made it there without a scratch. The map, the bard song, the elder's legend, it was all true. I wish you could have had some of that fun after you bonded with me. No fair. Of course, back then I had no idea I'd be the driver of an Aegis someday, not a clue. And I also had no idea that I'd end up with a Blade who was so hungry for experience. I mean, I prefer it when you have something interesting to say. I choose to take that as a compliment. Well, sure, it was hardly boring discovering that legendary uninhabited Titan. The natives gave us a fine chase. Natives? I thought you said it was uninhabited. Well, but to be precise, we didn't meet any humans there. Just some monsters of the arachno, antle, and skeeter variety. Cool. And they were pretty huge specimens, too. We must have looked like extra tempting appetizers to them. There were really quite a lot of them. We were lucky to get off the Titan in one piece. Ah, a fine recompense for an adventurer's heart. So, you plan to build your plans to build a holiday villa there came to nothing. It's more than a little tragic. Well, I mean, that wasn't the primary aim. But perhaps I didn't get a material reward, but I certainly got a spiritual reward. Things didn't work out quite so well for my playmates, though. How so? It was kind of a paradise for insects, but I heard later that it was laid to waste by someone or other. The ways of humans are often cruel. What's done is done. It was a time of war, and they had to find a place for some refugees. But the monsters couldn't have grasped that. They probably just saw arrogant humans wrecking their home. I don't think the monsters saw that. I think they saw people killing them, that was it. They didn't think arrogant humans. I love this game, but I've always found it weird whenever games are like, humans, they're the scum of the earth, and like they say it in like that really anime way where it's like, okay, that's great, we all know that humans are terrible, you don't need to restate this. The telling of it falls hard upon my ears. Your Majesty, forgive my interruption, but this appears to be the location mentioned in the report. Ah, so we're here already. The journey passed as the blinking of an eye, thanks to Adam's enchanting tales. If your servant's humble recounting was able to relieve your imperial tedium, truly the most blessed of men am I. Why did you say it like that? Oh, I do not wish to cut it out, Adam. Sorry. Oh, I do wish you'd cut it out, Adam. I'm not your better, and you should know it. I wouldn't be so sure of that, Hugo, my old friend. Now then, Mythra, I'd really like to get your opinion on this, as the Aegis. It's funny how they just drop you in the middle of the story, even though it's like, we didn't get to hear the beginning of the story. We got enough context, but still. Okay, so the odd thing is there's a song sung by Kermit the Frog called It's Not Easy Being Green. I also thought of that, yeah. You having fun, Mythra? You're really analyzing that. Very, very invested in the floor. Well, I guess you gotta stay being invested, because I gotta read another chat message. The whole humans are scum thing is one thing I didn't like about the Lord of the Rings movies. As they add a bit of that in. Most notably the very beginning when the narrator talks about the 9 rings for men who above all else desire power. I'm like, the elves don't exactly have clean hands either, Galadriel, I don't know how you pronounce that. Okay, did you get enough looking at the floor, Mythra? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this isn't Malos' handiwork. How did you come to that conclusion, Mythra? Malos' attacks would have melted the earth and turned it into glass. But whatever it did, this only scorched the grass. It can't have been such a high temperature. It couldn't have been such a high temperature. That's a very wise deduction. We're lucky to have you as an ally. I am messing up the lines. I think I just ate some stuff that's making me a little less focused, unfortunately. I offer my apology. And then I literally mess up the next line. I offer my apology. And I can't... Okay. I offer my apologies to you all for leading you to this disappointing conclusion. Nay, Gian, we could not have known without further investigation. With each possibility we discard, we move all the closer to our goal. Hey, everyone, look there. Oh, it just magically appeared. It's a big one. Indeed, we cannot let it run riot. Just think of the damage it could do if it got to Lasham Cove, our settlement. Everyone, get to it. We've already seen the only other settlement here. They're dead, Adam. Like, Lasham Cove, that's fair, but I don't think the people in that town are much worried about that. Got her name right the second time. Oh, Galadriel. Messing up lines, you caught Gispy disease. Nah, it just happens to me sometimes. When I eat stuff that's got a lot of sodium and stuff, it does tend to, like, make me more tired out and unfocused, which I did just have a, like, Red Robin hamburger and fries, so... Man, you guys are not good at just... Well, I guess toppling might be a little harder without... Oh, well, he toppled himself and then knocked us all over. Okay, let me switch to Mythra and then get out of the way because I think he's hitting us with his freaking tail and knocking us around. Okay, let's have him use that. Boy, these... I need to stop fighting all the enemies I find because it's very clearly, like, not helping. Yeah, Galadriel. Oh, okay. Despair or Opal? Did Monokuma name this beast? I wonder. A fire-spewing monster. It's a good thing we had Aegeon on hand. Perhaps it's bold of me to say, but I've dealt with worse. Yeah, we have as well. I think the bird over there was tougher than that guy. Well, it seems safe to assume that this was the cause of the burn marks. I would never have dreamed that such a foul fiend could have lain in wait so close to Torgoth. I thought I was going to say lain in waste, but maybe it was driven out of its original home in a territorial dispute. I've heard that happens from time to time. Yeah, maybe. Or more likely, some human stole or smashed its home up. Mythra, don't you start on the humans thing, too. Come on. Call them monsters, but to them, we're the monsters. Mythra, come on. This is some zombie movie, well, maybe we're the monsters thing. Come on, Mythra. Don't be like that. Indeed, it must be thus. The day shall dawn when man's exploitation of the Titans will bring us all to ruin. You know what? That's not unfair. That will happen, yes. Perhaps that dawn is already upon us. Oh, you have no idea. That's despair, just be not despair. I said them almost exactly the same. Oh, we're also cutting back to Indal again. Again, if I had not gotten to Chapter 5, you wouldn't know who this is. The other guy, you don't know who he is, but that's because he's original to this one. Indal is going to end it all. Okay. I guess that's close enough to a pun, but I'm not going to ground you for it.
Interesting thing you've got there.
Malice, enough.
It's all right. Indal's most sacred treasure, the Aegis. It is said to be the embodiment of the Architect's light, the divine revelations our founder Maldonare received.
Really? Then... that's what I will be called too. After all, I am born of divinity, not just some reflection.
You believe yourself so strong?
Huh. Don't you?
Your situation doesn't look good. Boltrick is not going to let it go. And you can't hide behind the Praetor forever.
That has nothing to do with you.
If that were true, you wouldn't be here.
So I'm guessing this guy took the button eye deal. I don't know how anybody could have made that decision in that movie. I would have said no the second somebody said they're gonna poke my eye with anything.
Here.
What is this place?
It's a very tasty secret. Formerly known only to the Praetor and me. The essence of our Judician forebears, originally salvaged from the bottom of the Cloud Sea. Some of it may hail from the fabled land of Mythra.
Mythra?
That's the first time we've heard that place
Look.
mentioned.
This here display is a diagram of what human cells are made of. And then this one here is a blade's.
Astonishingly alike.
Of course. After all, they are descended from humans too. That in and of itself
Are
isn't
they?
too shocking. But this,
I don't know.
It's the same, isn't it?
just wait.
That's a core crystal.
Exactly. A blade's core crystal contains information not only pertaining to humans, it also records schematics describing all manner of animal tissues.
You're saying blades contain detailed information of all living creatures?
Not just that. Have a look at this undeveloped part. That is from a Titan. It suggests that this particular piece may one day develop into a Titan. Isn't it mind-boggling? A message from the architect, no doubt.
From the architect?
Indeed. This is just what you were after. I wish to investigate this and learn more of what the architect has in store for this world, and perhaps claim this knowledge for our own.
Including the Praetor?
Perhaps. Isn't this in line with your own goals? Well then, I may as well help out.
Guy with the coins in his eyes looks like he could be from Star Wars. Yeah, kinda. That's fair. Tasty secret French fries? I just had French fries, actually. Oh gosh, it's the asteroid from Echo the Dolphin. No, just be... Yeah, any mention of Echo the Dolphin is an immediate no. So every time someone attacks Mythra, they are attempting an attack on Titan. Kinda, yeah. Although they didn't really tell the full story of what was going on there. I believe that concludes my mission. Shall we head to the flagship? Fine by me. It's a good place for us to exchange information. It's currently moored at Lasham Cove. And to Lasham Cove we go. Power unimaginable. Alright, sweet.
How about next time
We found that the destruction was actually caused by a despair robble. Having put the matter to rest, Adam and Co. head to Hugo's flagship. Which, speaking of which, let's go to the Lakeshore campsite, since we already finished one of the quests anyway, so we might as well go, actually finish it. Hello, Doc. What up? Took care of the Espen affairs, did you? Oh, really? No fibbing? I'll be able to get on with my important research and ether miasmas now. My hypothesis is that the miasma is an exhaust gas emitted by Titans. A Titan's fart, I suppose you could call it. I mean, it's not such a wacky idea. Well, you are right, that is what it is. Any fool knows that a Titan's main source of energy is ether. I have an idea that if we fix ether flows, we might improve the health of Titans and disperse the miasmas. Of course, I've got quite a bit of work to do before I prove it conclusively. You can't get by on guesses in science. You mean, one of you lots knows how to control ether flows? Well, I never. You could probably shut off an ether miasma no problem, right? No way, I don't believe it. Looks like my hypothesis is correct after all. I'll have quite a bit of work to do to gather up all the evidence now, mind. Yeah, that's just how it is. Well, thank you so much, you lot. You've done a lot to advance the cause of the science. And that's community member number 3. My research on ether miasmas continues apace thanks to your contribution. After that, my next project will be blades that can control ether, I believe. So we are at 3 now. So, not bad. See, I do find it odd that Echo the Dolphin got some sort of legendary bad status. It's mainly because it just looked impossible. What up, thief girl? Now I'll use this to startle those soldiers at the dock and knock them flat. Huh? How long have you been there? Oh, you want to know how exactly to knock your enemy? Yes, I know mechanics, don't worry.
What do we got here?
Ooh, we got some affinity rewards. We might as well go check those anyway, since it's a good time. Oh, wait. Well, I guess we could do these too if we wanted, but we're not really going to be able to do too much, so we'll wait on those. But for the blades, not a bad idea.
Make sure you use it for all it's worth.
Let's see. Okay, we're going to have to look for some certain enemies. Let's see. Caliper Scorpox. We'll do this when we're doing side quests, I guess. We'll go fight some of these random enemies that are going to be needed for these people's affinity charts.
Cooking is not.
Let's see, I still want to stream Echo 2 someday, as that's the one where the series gets wild. As if the first one wasn't already pretty weird. Anyways, we could just, like, go to the flagship. We don't gotta be doing this. There's a lot of quests here. Again, we will do them after we're done with some of these story events. Power unimaginable. That power is yet unknown. Although it's funny because you say the power is yet unknown and my mind goes to a completely different thing than what you're actually referencing. Since the Wonderful 101, the tagline whenever the game started, they had an intro, they'd be like, whatever, their tombs are forever unknown or something like that. Oh, hi, your group's grown since last time, right? I guess that means you could do some pretty cool blade combos when your friends make combo requests, huh? Yes, I'm aware of combos. Anytime it's a tutorial, I'm not going to read it out loud. We don't need to know, because you guys can see how I'm playing the game, and it's not necessary for me to tell you how to play the game again.
Right. So it was the Cian forces that ravaged this area.
Yes. Many troops remained here with no orders after Malos sank their homeland. We're doing our best to disarm them, but, well, you've seen the village. Sadly, it's happened more than once.
The powers that be bicker among themselves, ignoring the larger danger.
And right now, that is the one thing we cannot afford.
I will go take a look.
Incidentally, how has Torna been faring?
I'd like to tell you that the people bask in the peace of His Majesty's rule. But I'm afraid that would be a lie.
Same as everywhere else then, yes?
Torna has not escaped Malos's rampage unscathed.
If that is so, allow me to offer you the Imperial Army's assistance in this time of...
Don't worry about it. This is exactly the reason why Indol entrusted her to me.
Ah, so you came. The future king of Torna. I'm glad I thought to send a messenger.
King, don't joke about it. Rumors like that could cause trouble at home.
Yeah, I
I'm
can
never a
imagine.
quester. I hold no such influence.
I quested today, but tomorrow?
The core's color is different. And she's a woman, too. Quite lovely indeed. Malos was all brawn and brutish strength.
See, at least he's got good taste.
No, quite the contrary. Everybody knows a blade's appearance bears no relation to their power. You could be the heroine of our resistance.
No, I won't be anyone's anything.
That's fine now. I have only one thing to ask of you. To rectify the mistake I made and erase Malos from the face of the world.
I wonder what Geek was referencing.
So that's why the returning hero, pacifier of the Borderlands, was really just...
Never before has a blade broken free and rampaged like this. I can see why Indal would prefer to keep it quiet. They're even routing support to the militia through Argentum for deniability.
And then towards you.
I'm just some princeling. Me.
Surely, if you defeat Malos, your cover will be blown.
If indeed. But we're not in it for the glory, are we? When we're done, I'll just plow my fields in peace.
Your Majesty, some of our troops have returned to base, but
Is something wrong?
they're all reporting something strange. A marauding group of routed mercenaries, trying to avoid any attention.
Just remnants, hmm? That is strange. There's not much around here for them, in the way of paid work or opportunities for looting.
As your Majesty commanded, our men did not engage. We confirmed their bearing, then withdrew.
And? Where were they going?
The village outskirts.
But why there? There's nothing but graveyards.
What the?
Oh no.
Their power of Grayskull. This is a scene where Cecil, Prince Adam, Marth, and She-Ra are strategizing together. This game is awesome. It is awesome, although I do prefer base Xenoblade 2 in a lot of senses.
At first I thought to take it. But I'd made it for her, and I'd like her to keep it forever.
That's really sad.
So, the bitch is dead, is she? Shame. I had a soft spot for her. Ha! Guess you learned how to use a weapon at least. Big change from a tiny kid trying not to piss herself in fear.
You're... No! God.
Very careful to not show that
You
arm
remember
getting
me?
removed too much.
How touching.
A face that ugly, I couldn't forget. Trust me, I tried.
Harsh.
What do you want? Not that I can't imagine.
I'm here to take back what's mine, kid. But before that, I'll take a bit of time to express my gratitude to you. It ain't gonna be pretty or quick. Then I'll make that blade watch as I cut you into little sticky chunks, just to make sure the last thing he feels is complete despair.
I'll hold them up. You get to the others quickly.
No use. Hayes, he knew about you. He brought no blades, just more mercs.
Exactly. Don't worry. I'm gonna treat you real good before I get to the cutting.
Mythra doesn't even look like She-Ra. Honestly, I don't really see it either, but I think that's because Mythra just looks way cuter, but, you know, that's just me. just to think, if she uses her blade power, diminishing abilities, these people would not be able to hold their weapons. No, because they're not blades. They're just people. We should probably be going for these. I was wasting way too much time. Give me that. You insufferable Ulysses, huh? Even the game is saying you suck. Alright. Oh, hey, don't do that. Okay, how about you stop? Okay, let's do that. Scurvy Curtis. Yeah, you might want to get that checked out. I'm gonna be honest, you're not supposed to have scurvy, man. Eat some fruit. Apathetic Archibald. What are these names? This is just so, it's just like, I don't usually read the enemy names in this, but it's so funny, like, reading this. Let's do an art. And then we're gonna do some special. And just beat him up. You're level 20 and you're getting your butt kicked by me, by the way. One person. This guy directly related to Bon Jovi from the first game? No, I guess my earlier joke doesn't work. No. Sure, Robert E. Lee thought Ulysses was insufferable.
You're starting to piss me off. Oi! Surround them so they don't get away.
My lady, you have to go.
It's all right. He's here.
You bastard! No! Ah! No! No! We are done for! Let's run!
Maybe not your best decision.
Had enough. What's next then? Right leg? Or the left? Or how about...
Enough. That's enough, Jin. Just leave him. For my sake.
Kurdish, gosh, look, another thing that reminds me of Spoonie. It's becoming a once-a-day thing. Yeah, I don't know what your deal is with Spoonie all the time suddenly.
So you let him go? Even without his arms, he may cause you more trouble one day.
I didn't want to end it here. He might deserve it, but he did take care of my mother, so...
Yeah, took care of her, but not you, clearly. He's gonna kill you before and try to kill you again.
Let's go back.
But I get it. You gotta be the good
I
guy.
can bring myself to step foot on this flagship, after all.
That guy is armless, but not harmless. Oh, no, he definitely isn't harmless.
My arms! My arms!
I like how they don't want to show the actual missing arms, because it's like, yeah, that might be a bad idea. There's gonna be blood.
I'm gonna kill them! Every last one of them! Ah! The hell are you? Stop it!
I'm not gonna read that comment fully, but you did say Mythra's hot, which I guess I think you'd have to be kind of crazy to disagree that she's attractive. But some people, for some reason, still don't really find her attractive. Maybe they just don't like the attitude thing, but I feel like a lot of those people, never played Torna, and I really wonder if they understood what her character was about because of that, but, you know. You guys don't know the full story either, I guess, because we haven't finished Torna yet. Oh gosh, Orko started a roll hit shit. I don't know about that one. I gotta remember to turn the volume back after cutscenes.
This is becoming addictive.
Alright, so I think we're gonna do some side quests for a bit. Oh man, side quests. It's almost like it's a Xenoblade game. But yeah, we're going to do some side quests for a bit because we're going to need to do a bunch of them anyways. And we might as well start getting to them now because they're going to be necessary at some point. If I remember, one of these is kind of difficult. So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to beat it around now. But because I think this one is the one that requires you to fight these things, which I'm sure not going to be able to right now. Oh, treasure trove.
Coming with me, treasure.
You might have noticed we have not found a single blade core, and yeah, no, you cannot bond any more blades in Torna. Probably for the best. They don't need to add even more complexity to this. When it's supposed to be kind of simple. Oh, that nasty article. Not nice. Will friend listen to woes of Poon Poon? It's a weird name. There was a ferocious crustip on rampage. Oh, woe is Poon Poon. Rotten monsters set upon Poon Poon in Poon Poon's special napping place. I need to stop saying the name. My blood boils with desire for vengeance, revenge. But Poon Poon has certain values that prevent it from taking up arms, peace-loving, nap-loving, and so on. But still, Poon Poon would like to see grit and wipe from rude monster's face. Friends, Poon Poon cry for justice. Please take my place and give the monster's friends some right good drubbing. Drubbing? Monsters not feel so tough when little pals are done in. Will reflect on error of ways. I don't think they will. Would like friends to know name of foul beast is Mir's Crustip. Poon Poon not like feeling of being bested by beastly entity. And monster has many, many friends in swampy lands around camp. Make mincemeat of 3 and Poon Poon can rest in bed knowing justice has been done. Poon Poon wait here safely and ponder wonders of justice. What is wrong with you?
I'd like you to trust us with this.
Yeah, so those are the level 30-something enemies that we're not going to be able to fight yet, obviously. There's also an ether miasma here, which we're not going to be able to do much about. Especially because there's a level 30 guy over there anyways, so what are you going to do?
This is becoming
I think we all at least know one person who doesn't think Mythra is hot. The thing is again, I think it's people who just don't like her character generally. But, or it's people who just like Pyra because, well, I don't know, Pyra's nice and that's all they care about. And it's like, bro.
I think we've been
sorry, Laura. I guess your adventure ended early.
We can take them on a bit later.
Okay, we don't need to be walking around randomly anyways, since a lot of the quests are over here anyways. Okay, one of these is a fight, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to win it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start that one first, see what level we need to be, and then level up if we need to. But I may also just come back to it. Oh. Or we can start a cutscene. Oh, okay. Well, here we are. Welcome aboard, my honored guests. It's funny. I was expecting it to be all glitz and glamour, halls of gold, diamond chandeliers, and all that. But there's nothing like that here. I like this much better. It all depends on the country. Some of the nobility like to travel in style, and believe me, they don't go halfway. More Ardain, on the other hand, is a military state. They take a more pragmatic approach. Probably the smarter approach. Just as their emperor must be a masterful driver, so must their diplomatic vessels be armed for war. That is the Ardanian way. So long as its mission is not a covert one, every flagship under our command must be a throne I may ascend. And if the leader is the first to fall, what then? Jin! It's alright, Laura. He makes a valid point. That is precisely why Aegeon and Bridget, the jewels of the Empire, have been bestowed upon me. Your Majesty, we will do everything in our power to protect you, Your Majesty, even at the cost of our lives. I am blessed to have such loyal companions. Oh, hello. You're in a rush. Your Majesty, we have urgent news. His Majesty is currently entertaining guests. I would entreat you to not encourage displeasure. Guys, if there's an emergency, I think they should be saying something. Stop being so stuck up. My humble apologies, Your Majesty. It's all right. I trust this is news of special importance. Please give us your tidings. Of course, Your Majesty. As you know, we've applied stricter regulations on our scout patrols in light of the recent tragedy at Torgoth. Well, one of our patrols happened upon a young Gormati near the camp at Seagull Fell, but they lost track of him. So, do you think he might be a survivor? We believe so. We can set out further patrols immediately, if His Majesty assents. I see. I'm sorry that we had to keep you waiting. Please go ahead. Yes, Your Majesty. Yeah, maybe if you didn't have all these random steps in the way, you freaking goobers. I would like for my country to shelter as many refugees as falls within our means. I do hope you can be found quickly. Wait, we should go with them. What for? Their army's not exactly short-staffed. He's just a kid. He'll be scared of witless of soldiers. Of course he's going to run away. Laura's got a point. Well, let's head out. We would do well to make haste before he strays any further afield. Thanks, guys. You're such a bunch of do-gooders. It's gonna land us in trouble someday. Where's the boy gone? We'll find out, I guess. We think we all know at least one person who doesn't think Pyra is hot. I don't know how you could think Pyra was unattractive either. Pun not intended. Sorry. Gravelly voices make my voice messed up. Name's Krogain. Krogain the Blade. My driver looks like an overgrown furball, but he's really a seasoned merc, a real hard nut. Thing is, I think he's gone in over his head this time. This job's too much for him to handle. So we've been looking around for drivers with a good track record who'd be able to join him. I can tell just by looking at you that you folk aren't some lousy Sunday drivers. That's like a pun. You didn't even know you were making a pun, but you made a pun there. Go to Jispy's room. You must have seen real combat. Interested? But first, I want to see how you'd measure up in a fight. As for the rules, let's just say you have to pull off the second stage blade combo, say about 5 times. Doesn't matter which element you use, just do any special above level 2 5 times. And obviously, since you can't rely on your allies for linking up the specials, you might want to try to mix it up. Or since you can. The place, time, and target's up to you. I just want to know if your blade combos are up to scratch. I may look like a meathead, but I know my ether. I can feel someone of your power level pull off a special, wherever you are. What? Anyways, I've talked long enough. Oh, you got what it takes, bro. You're weird. Why are all the freaking NPCs weird? 'Cause anime. Yeah. Honestly, I don't even really like... I don't know. I've always found the whole, like, displeasure towards anime thing kind of goofy. But I guess that's just me. Let me go talk to these guys real quick. We got a couple more side quests. There are certain items that have particularly special effects. They're called precious items, though they can be special in different ways. Some are just extra powerful, and others have effects that last forever. What really ties them together is they're not easy to come by. You won't find them in ordinary shops. Only people with special knowledge, such as Lord Adam or Emperor Hugo, have the ability to craft them. Oh, okay. It's good to know. Lost my comrades in the midst of battle when I least expected. If that happens to you, get your downed friend and lend him a hand. Keep the esprit I don't know what that means. And you shouldn't have any problems keeping your party members standing. But if your team's lost the will to fight, sorry to say, there's not much hope for you. And remember, a revived ally won't be back at full strength, so don't forget to lend him a hand. Just a couple of hints to keep you going. Take care of your friends, and they'll take care of you. Good to know. So this is the one that I'm probably not going to be able to win against right now, but we'll see. What with the Cians, raids by Malos? I hope Mor or Dane can make it through. But I worry what would happen if we couldn't maintain our strength. We're supposed to be in His Majesty's vanguard. In the face of this kind of threat, we ought to be looking for some fresh energy to bolster our defense. Huh? Where did you guys spring from? Were you just talking to yourself then? What? Why do we need to bolster our defense, you say? Surely that's obvious. One only has 2 choices in life. Success through strength or weeping in weakness. Well, that's in the world the way it is right now, at least. So if there's something I can do to make His Majesty a little stronger, what I mean to say is I want to be strong and effective soldier. For the good of my homeland. And even if we're up against an opponent like Malos, I still want to do what I can. Bro, you're gonna die if you go up against Malos. That's right, I could probably learn a thing or two from you guys. You look like you can handle yourselves. Maybe you'll do me the honor of giving me a bout. But don't hold back. No need to sugarcoat it. Just come at me like a real thing. That's the sort of mindset that we'll need if we're going to have a hope standing up to the Aegis. I'm known as the best shot in the whole Imperial Army. Underestimate me at your peril. There I come. The Ardanian gunman. We're probably gonna lose.
We never turn a blind eye to people in need.
But yeah, I've never understood the aversion to anime, I guess, but... Alright, we're gonna try, though. We'll give it a shot. I say as he instantly murks me. This is gonna be a hard one. Oh, I don't want to aggro him. Okay. Okay. Oh, well, okay. Come on, get over here. Maybe we'll be able to win. We'll see. The problem is it's not impossible when he starts doing goofy stuff. Okay. I want to get another heal real quick if we can. Okay, let's have you do second level, and then I will do a level 3, hopefully. Okay, we're doing level 4, actually. We haven't seen Haze's level 4 with her. She just sends the staff out with a big swirly wind thing. Wow, okay, that was really easy. What the heck? What is going on with the battles this time? Okay, let me double check. I don't think this would be the case.
Oh, you're gonna say that to me? You with your swords
No.
that stretch out like Ardanian dog leashes?
What?
Actually, I just imagined you walking around with 2 dogs. I gotta say, it might be kind of a good look for you.
Mythra. None of you heard any of that. She just wanted a whole ramble about Bridget. It was so fucking dumb. Like, oh man. I guess I'm gonna have to imagine Bridget's swords as dog leashes though. Thanks, Mythra. Bathine, Mr. I want to be a good soldier is gonna be all broken like the game of his brother Bethesda. Oh, okay, go to your room. Yeah, I don't get the anti-anime sentiment either. Like, I get where it's coming from, but it always feels like people hold things against anime they wouldn't hold against American shows. I just think it's funny that, like, somebody be like, oh, this game would be really cool if they heard the description, and then they see those eyes, they're like, I don't want it anymore. It's stupid. That has anime in it. Okay, you're even stronger than you look. Such incredible power. I'm the best sniper in the Imperial Army, but you made light work of me. You've shown us all up. It's not just your physical strength either. It's the way that you fight as driver and blade. That's incredible synergy. I get the feeling that your true strength lies in the connection that you have. You've shown me the way. From now on, I won't see myself as a lone wolf anymore, but as part of a larger whole. I think I'll think of my friends and all the Ardanian people and the future generations. The power of friendship is pretty powerful. That's what anime has told me. I'll make my goal in life to be someone who is loved and respected by my people. This battle has taught me what I really ought to be aiming for. Like, bro, we just beat you up, but you didn't have to have a whole, like, epiphany about it. I hardly have the words to thank you. Again, we just beat you up. It's not that big of a deal. It's okay. Well, yeah, snipers are not supposed to take people on in person. Honestly, that's kind of what's impressive, is he was still able to keep up with us at all. I vow to one day become the kind of soldier that others can look up to. My memory will stand as a monument to my efforts. Just you wait and see. Good to know. All right, so that quest is done. The Ardanian gunman complete. It's funny because I'm under-leveled and I'm just running through things like it's nothing. Oh, and we can talk to him now. He's our friend. You lot fighting in specialized roles, surely. Like, one's a defender, one's an attacker, one heals. Yes, we know about the gimmick. Thank you. I was hoping you'd have something more interesting to say. Homesick Hassan. Hey there. What do you think of this state-of-the-art Ardanian flagship? Pretty nifty, huh? The only downside is that the modern tech makes us mechanics cry. Every time I'm anchored in port, I'm always so busy with repairs. I haven't been home in such a long time. The longer you spend flying around Allrest, the more you start to yearn for the taste of home. I tried to make a recipe my mother used to make from my memory, but it didn't go too well. Hey, you wouldn't happen to have someone who could cook in your party, would you? Oh, we have a couple, actually. If I tell you the recipe, do you think you could cook up some food from my hometown, Chilsane? Chilsanian Kasha. Excellent. I'm looking forward to some delicious home-cooked food. I can taste it already. A taste of home. All right, we can do that one.
If you want.
Chalcanian Kasha. What do we need to open this chest?
Treasure.
More than we have. It'll be a while.
Paves the way to success.
Okay, nothing that way. I'm going to check both hallways. I don't remember if there's anything valuable in them, but we're going to check them because there might be. Sounds like a job for Mythra. It's funny that you caught on to that. But, like, well, technically we have 3 cooks in our party. But, you know, and there was a chest, so it was worth coming. So let's go see what the Chalcanian Kasha requires. Let's go to the campsite, since we can only really do that at a campsite. I know there's another quest there. We will get to it, because I'd like to do these one at a time so we can focus on what's going on. Okay, let's craft.
Don't spoil your appetite before I'm done.
Chalcanian Kasha. Okay, we can make it. We got plenty of ingredients.
It's ready.
Alright, sweet. Also, we haven't actually seen what these other people can do. So we know that Laura can make charms. Jin is home cooking. Hayes is talisman making. Adam is replica artifact making. So he's forging stuff. Great job, Prince Adam. Creative cuisine, the best one, clearly. Machine tinkering. So this guy's a machinist, a lot like Shulk, actually. Perfumery is what Bridget's good at. What a very specific skill. And then refined cuisine. So we have 3 cooks on our team. Actually, I probably could do the chat. I have not been checking these much. Let's check it and see if it's just a tutorial or if it's like an actual chat. Because sometimes they do have interesting stuff to say, but it's hard to know when they're going to or not. Your Majesty. Oh, yeah, it's about searching for the boy. Alris is presently mired in disorder. It's the work of the Aegis' might. Nothing can right the balance but the work of the Aegis' in power. It really is in our Danian national interest if we act together on this. Yeah. So they're just talking about what we got to do next. Wow. Thank you, guys. Very creative conversation. Definitely what I was hoping for. Spoony. Oh, hey, this is an RPG. Time to break into people's rooms and steal their stuff. I mean, to be fair, we literally have the Emperor with us. We're not breaking into anything. If he said, I need this, they would just give it to him. We can't do anything with old machines yet. So how's everyone doing tonight? I'm doing pretty okay. I haven't asked that yet, but yeah, we can't do anything with it yet. But yeah, I'm doing okay. I went and celebrated somebody's birthday and had a burger. It was pretty good. 3 cooks, at least. You can sure they won't go hungry. Well, all we gotta hope is that we don't have too many cooks, because too many cooks will spoil the broth. But they will fill our heart with so much love. Very subtle reference there. Anyways, let's see what he thinks of the Chalcanian, or whatever, Chalcanian Kasha. Oh, this is wonderful. It looks perfect. Let me have a wee taste. What's this? A mouth-watering medley of meat and fish stewed in a slightly sweet sauce. This is some top-notch cooking. But I can tell you right now that this is not Chalcanian cuisine. And I'll tell you why. It's just too delicious. My mother's home-cooked recipes never tasted as good as this. The smell of fish was completely overpowering, and the meat was tough as old boots. That's the kind of poor quality you could expect from Ardanian cooking. If only there was someone who could recreate that authentic local flavor. I doubt anyone but a true Ardanian can really prepare something that appeals to our particular tastes. Oh, what I wouldn't give for some real Chalcanian Kasha. So, Troy, you actually predicted it. You got it right. Not that subtle, honestly.
Pleasant stroll.
Chalcanian Kasha DX.
Time to get cooking.
We need somebody who can make bad food, huh? Well, we got the perfect person.
So this should be delicious.
Let's see. What else do we got here? Charges arts. These are both really good, yeah. Oh, man. Spicy scorpion cookies sounds disgusting. We only have one more of this, though.
Hunger is the best spice, right? So
Hunger is the best... Hunger is the best spice, so this should be delicious, Mythra. I think you're just making excuses. Wow. Yeah, he caught onto it. I'm surprised. That was a good catch, Troy. Good job. All right, let's give this guy his delicious meal with a question mark attached to both delicious and meal. So, could you do it? Did you cook some Ardanian food? This food looks so good it could satisfy any appetite. Well, the proof is in the pudding and in the tasting, as they say, so excuse me while I tuck it. Huh? Mmm. Rubbish. This taste. The spices are completely overpowering, so I can't tell what I'm eating. The lentils have been boiled dry and crunchy. Completely disgusting and inedible. The quintessential Ardanian cooking, you might say. Well, I say disgusting, but there's a certain charm to it that you can't capture anywhere else. Yeah, in my hometown, there wasn't anyone who could do Ardanian cooking as bad as this except my mother. Dang, why does that young blade lady keep looking at me with daggers? Anyways, you've all been so kind to me. When you're in More Ardain, you're welcome to visit my house anytime. I'll treat you to some proper, authentic Ardanian food. We found the one person who will eat Mythra's cooking besides me, because I will eat Mythra's cooking. I have no sense of taste. That meal was so delicious, I feel like I could repair an entire fleet now. If you're ever in More Ardain, you must let me treat you to some home cooking. Sweet. I'm gonna get a drink. This is making me hungry. I'm gonna go warm up some food. That was making you hungry, huh? Just be... What the f... That... I don't know if I just saw something. I swear this thing turned red for like a split second. Also, this Napon is back to give us another quest. Dodon sinking into doldrums. If not delivered quick... Oh, no, this is a different one. If not delivered quickly, partners sure to flip lid. Travelers, please listen to Dodon's woes. Dodon is a salvager by trade, his friends see. His entire livelihood. Dodon been diving off Lasham Cove with wood cylinders in effort to find specific treasure. But all Dodon find is useless collectibles, value of scrap. More worth to throw away than keep. Probably fault of wood cylinders, not really built to last. I've heard salvagers in More Ardain use shiny silver cylinders or some such. Dodon not have luxury to use such high-tech equipment, but want to change that. It may be asking too much, but could Dodon trouble travelers for helping? Would need friends to collect apple lamps and alloy sheeting. Then Dodon can dive deep into Cloud Sea with silver cylinders on back and glide to treasure like Sleeky Seprand. If friends do this, we'll give all of leftover useless... very, very precious bat hinges as reward. Dodon counting on you. Thanks. Salvage the Salvager, huh? Watching, but I'll be silent for a bit. That's fine. So just talking about British food? Might be, yeah. Honestly, that's about the quality of actual British food. So... Ooh, give me a second. I think we might have to make something first. Let me... salvage the Salvager. Okay, collect apple lamps and alloy sheeting. Okay, I think we need to make something before we can do that. So we'll start on this quest, because this one's kind of interesting. Made me a little hungry, too, so I just had dinner like 20 minutes ago. Why is Mythra's cooking making everybody hungry suddenly? Get a grip, I beg you. What's the use of worrying before you're even set off? No, see, that's the worst part. I thought I'd have the courage by now, but it's just... Is something the matter? You seem troubled. Who are you then? Oh, this is great. Kaede, look. We could just ask these people for help. Are we really going to through all this again? If I could just interject, why don't you just tell us what's wrong, and then we'll take it from there, hmm? Ah, I see. So Light has only just become a driver. That's right. So I've come to Gorma to explore around, hoping I'd get a bit stronger. And that's why you're asking strangers for the help as soon as we arrive. Makes sense. Is that how little faith you have in me? Hey, that's not fair. You know I just... Well, how about this? After you head off, we'll follow you at a distance. So we can step in if things get ropey. But if it looks like you're managing on your own strength, we'll leave you well alone. Does that sound good? That seems reasonable enough. It does? Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I knew we'd end up stepping into something like this. Come off it, Mythra. Our meeting here was also the work of fate, after all. Before you go, we should establish a clear goal. We can't keep providing aid forever. For the time being, let's just say we'll head for the Serene Springside. It's meant to be somewhere nearby. Hayes, any ideas? I've heard before it's somewhere near on the Titan's back. It shouldn't be far from here. Right on. In that case, we're off. Time to move backward. Or forward. You know what I mean. It's backward from where you were facing, but I get it. I'm sorry she managed to get you roped into this. Here I go. My first adventure. It's not my first adventure, though. Yes, we will set as an active quest, because that's what we're going to be doing for a bit here. Gotta get all the vegetables, since we're going to want to be picking stuff up so we can cook more stuff with Mythra. Since, again, she has the best items. I'm not making a joke with that. I'm being serious.
This is becoming addictive.
So I hope everybody in this party gets used to eating Mythra's disgusting cooking. Though, again, as I've said before, I absolutely would eat Mythra's cooking. No questions asked.
This is becoming addictive.
Okay, maybe I'd ask a couple questions, but, you know.
This is becoming addictive.
I'd still eat it. I have no sense of taste, really, compared to most people, so. As long as something is edible enough, it'll be good. Boy, you sure have a lot of stuff sitting around here. Thank you, I guess, but... While we're on the way, there is, like, a thing over there I want to go visit real... Well, no, we'll visit that later, because that, I think, is where the story is. Oh, you guys are over here. And she's already on the ground. My stomach, so empty. Ah, you caught the anime character syndrome. Need spicy food. What is with these people? I expect that from a Napon, but not you. Also, I'm not fighting the 25 or level 25 hand-wringing Bigelow. Oh, clearly I wasn't gonna fight him anyways. He killed me. Boy, this is starting to feel more like Xenoblade 2 now.
We can take them on a bit later.
Anyways, I'm gonna go to that other place real quick since we need to stop off at a campsite anyways, and I could see one that was in the distance. So we'll go stop off over there after we pick up some stuff because, you know, I can't help myself or control myself. I want to pick up all the items I see.
Aren't we intrepid?
Something spicy sounds good. I wouldn't be against something spicy necessarily.
I think we'd be...
Okay, if you want to fight level 12 the guy, sure. I'm not sure this was your best decision. But it is Xenoblade 2. Kinda, but it's DLC. One thing I will say, I'm not, like, as big on, like... So I prefer, base Xenoblade 2 to this, but, like, playing Future Connected, it's like, yeah, I think Xenoblade 2 got the better expansion, personally. But... Oh, the one up there wants to fight us, so I guess we'll hit him with our sword from below. See if any of his items drop down here or not. Ah, one of them did. Guys, really? You're gonna fight us? You're level 9. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess I don't know if I didn't seem like anybody else asked, but how are you both doing, Troy and Geek? We're gonna do a cool move even though he's already dead. Just gotta strike a pose there. It's very important, I assure you.
Coming with me,
We don't have mining? I thought he was mining. Huh. Maybe it's another character, I guess, but... Anyways, let's pick up that, since that had a lot of items in it, and I would like to get a hold of that.
Aren't we intrepid?
There's also this staircase over here I'd like to go visit as well, so I guess we're just doing that. This is kind of just what I do whenever I play Xenoblade games, though. Like, on screen, I feel like I need to move a little faster, so I won't do this as much. Although these are level 30 enemies, maybe this isn't the best choice to go to now. But, like, when I'm playing on my own, I just kind of roam around and look for stuff, because that's just how I am, I guess. I like to explore. It's fun. Boy, there's a lot of high-level enemies. Seagull Fell. I'm still named this in Xenoblade 2 base game. Oh, okay. Ooh, this is a little bit sus. Come on. I say it's sus and then go up here only to find out there's level 30 enemies still. And a level 32 crust tip. And all that's up here is an old machine and some ancient mineral deposit. Give me this stuff. Okay. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. This is what happens when you explore, though, too far in Xenoblade games. I didn't get the treasure chest, which sucks. Okay, this time I'm going straight to the area I said I was going to go to instead of just, like, going off the path and then getting beaten up by a level 30 enemy. I won't pick up the flower one again. We've got enough flowers. We've been picking up these same collection points twice now. We don't need to do it again. Got an ass bar over here. Now that I think about it, we should be, like, looking out for certain enemies. Because some of the affinity chart things won't... Okay, Arrow Rogol and Cascade Crabble. Arrow Rogol, Cascade Crabble. Fur's Grobel. Fur Grobel. Okay, Pinch Bunnet. I'm definitely not going to remember all these. And Caliber Scorepox. I probably just need to take these one at a time instead of going for all of them at once. Mixed. Playing Rise of the Tomb Raider, and it's already better than the first 2 hours in. And dreading Monday, because back to college with in-person classes. Yeah, that do be how it goes sometimes. You can't do much about it. There's Skeeter. Oh, wait, that might be one of the ones we're looking for. Come on, get over here. Stop running from me. There we go. Threw a rock at it. Good enough. Make it mad. I think this is one of the ones that was listed at least. Either way, we're fighting it, so... I can't break them. Okay. And this is one of those enemies. But yeah, I don't know. I don't usually look forward to anything school related. Like I never did before, at least, so I get it. Okay, let's do this. Leveling up too much. Zero's blade. So that might have been his, I think. Not weapon modification, though. Actually, we might need to do that soon, considering. But we're already kind of feeling overpowered. That lowers his critical rate, though, which isn't really useful. Definitely not good for them, either. We could throw it... Okay, it's not going to be good for... So, we'll throw this on Haze, then, I guess. Okay. Didn't look like there's going to be any other upgrades. As I said, I've just been gaming and testing out another anime since I'm into Osamu Tezuka. Now I decided to see how good the anime based on his Dr. Blackjack characters are. I remember mentioning Blackjack back when Geek was showing me the Dr. Elise show. Well, I didn't remember that you mentioned that, but what are you going to do? Also, I didn't actually even check the thing I was going in to check, but of course I didn't, because I'm very easily distracted. Okay, I think that was one of them.
For our cause.
Yep, okay. Cascade Crabble for him. And then Fur's Grobel, and then a Bunnet, or whatever, a Bunnet and Skurpox, or whatever. Whatever happened to that show, anyhow. Yeah, we never ended up finishing it, weirdly, which I guess is just what happens sometimes. When we don't actually continue with the show. We don't try to.
Aren't we interested?
Listen to the sound of my voice.
Let's pick up some stuff off the beach real quick. cast his grapple. Doctor at least is still airing when we got to the last episode that was actually out. Yeah, that's the thing, is like we just never finished it, but now it's been like a long time, so I wonder if it's really a good idea to continue it. Man, Adam, you are really bad at freaking doing what you're supposed to do with the freaking launch art, you know? So there he went. Okay, and then I think...
These guys should be no problem. Remain vigilant of your surroundings.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, get closer. Bro, really? Okay. Get out of the water. We're fighting on dry land. I mean, I remember liking it, and I can remember basically what was happening. I mean, same. I just think it's like, it's kind of weird. Like, I've never been a big fan of starting stuff up later. It's why, like, if I play an RPG and if I stop in the middle, I'm probably never going to finish it. There you go. Okay, well, he was about to launch and smash him. Okay, there's another one for Jin.
I think we can still top this.
This is probably the only thing I don't really enjoy doing, is the arbitrary hunt for affinity chart enemies, because it's not very easy to find them. This is released before Xenoblade Definitive Edition as well, and so like it doesn't have the benefit of having things marked on the map. It's like, oh, this is here or whatever, and so like you have to hunt it. I guess you could say it's very similar to the Colony 6 quests that I didn't like, but you know, thought we stopped watching it because it didn't gel with everyone. I mean, like, Skywolf didn't gel with it, I guess, but, like, he was still watching it. And that hasn't really stopped us from watching stuff since then. You know, if we didn't watch shows that didn't gel with people, then, like, literally, we would not be watching Ranma at all still, because you don't want to watch Ranma either. Boy, firm wolf. I'm getting real firm with you. Boy, you brought your whole family in just to die, basically. Yeah, speaking of not gelling, I was telling Duo earlier that I probably showed 2 more episodes of Astro Boy, since I feel it was lame for this last episode to end with Astro Boy simply being kidnapped. But after that, I may switch to something else, since literally only Duo seem to like it. Yeah, I think it's because, well, there's a lot of things going on. I think part of it is like just a fundamental thing. Though it's kind of like, I guess it'd be the equivalent of being like, ooh, I'm gonna show you freaking like Steamboat Willie or something. It's a first major work in the medium, and so most people are gonna be hesitant to even really care. And then on top of that, it's like not everybody's gonna gel with the concept that much. Okay. We sure are just kind of doing whatever. I don't want to fight you right now. I'm not in the mood to fight a bunch of goobers, I say, as they're going to hit people. It's a Camille. I'm gonna figure out what that enemy type is that we need. Also, I literally, like, still have not gotten back to that campsite yet, because I ended up just going a completely different way again. Like usual. I mean, I was showing them a remake, I guess, but it doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the HD version of Steamboat Willie they did in 1980 or something, but it's still fundamentally Steamboat Willie, so you're not gonna be excited about it. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a remake. It's like, it's still known as like the first major anime and manga, and so people are gonna just inherently be more hesitant with it. You know what I mean? Like, I know you're not hesitant about it, but most people are. It's like, for me, I gotta be real. I have to kind of force myself to start watching a lot of the stuff that you show. Like, I would never watch about 90% of the stuff that you show us. And the only one I would have normally willingly watched outside of that is Ranma, really. And it's just because it's older. Maybe I should have just shown the 60 version. I don't think that would have been any better because I wouldn't have liked the 60s version, chances are.
This is becoming addictive.
Nature makes a fine ally.
Like, then it'd just be a complete loss in that case, because then nobody would have really ended up gelling with it. We'll get to stuff that's important someday when I'm done exploring. I mean, dude, yes, that's the whole point of the cultural exchange. A lot of the shows everyone has shown me are things I was never gonna watch either. Okay. I am not saying it's wrong. I'm saying you have to understand that not everybody's going to gel with it. Like, even if people watch it, that doesn't mean they're going to like it. You know, and they watched it. It's not like Geek and Skywolf just ignored it. They sat down and watched it. They just didn't gel with it. Like, you can't really do anything about that. You know, not to mention the whole cultural exchange angle was mainly a direction that was decided, like, before this became what it is, I guess. Because, like, if I remember correctly, we only really intended for this to be, like, a thing between you and me. Not like, hey, wow, everybody was going to join in. That's where, like, when it was going to be a cultural exchange thing. But when everybody joined in, it became more of just, like, oh, just pick a show you want to watch and we'll just watch that. I ignored Ranma. Yeah, but that's because you have a fundamental problem. It's like there's certain shows that if somebody was really insistent on showing, I would just say, okay, well, I'm not going to watch it then. And that's fine. Like, I've made my feelings pretty clear. So, you know. Here, let's go to it. Well, there's a side quest at that campsite. I just need to go to the campsite. That's what I've been trying to do, and then I keep getting distracted by doing other stuff.
Where shall we head to next?
Okay, this time I'm just going to the campsite. We're not doing any other random stuff. Because I can't do one of these side quests until we do that one. Or at least until we start that one. So it's like... No. Oh, wait a minute. That is good. We need you. Might as well fight ones on the way while we can. Noggle bunny. It's not the specific one that we need. Pinch bunnet. Now this is one. So we're getting a couple of them done in one go, or at least we're getting the start of them done in one go. Give me the money. I want it. You got any more of those around here? Yeah, we got you. We'll fight you too. Might as well just get rid of them. I said I was going straight towards the campsite, but this is an exception because it's like they're on the way to the campsite. I might as well fight them. I can see another one over there, so we'll just go beat him up real quick. Oh, we might have the bunnets too. So I guess maybe I should have just stuck to the path instead of going off path. I could have done almost all these enemies by just staying focused. Although most of them are not lasting, so I guess that's good. Okay, we got that one. Give me a sec. I'm a little not you. Okay, I pressed to the right. Okay, we already got a pinch bunnet. Oh, okay, so it wasn't for you that we were doing this. Also, we need a Salshrogel, but that's in Torna, so. Okay, so we need 5 of those is the thing. So we're on the right track. It's just... Okay, let's go. least these fights are quick. If I gotta do, like, grindy nonsense, it might as well be a fast grindy nonsense. Some of this I'll do off screen from here on, but it's just kind of like, it's easy since we're mainly doing side quests for now. We might as well just kind of do stuff like this on the way. Noggle. What kind of word is noggle? Bunnet season. It is indeed Bunnet season. And also Grebel season, I guess. Gotta fight him and his friend back there, and then we should be good on these. I still haven't seen a score pot, but whatever. Okay, easy peasy. Canoe Explorer. Okay. I guess you could fight us. I don't know why you wanted to, but sure. But yeah, I don't know what the deal is with bunnies becoming, like, the thing. Why it's just been in, like, every stream. I'm gonna have to look at what Bridget and Aegeon also need, just in case we come across them on the way. Because I can't keep track of, like, 50 enemies, but we've already done almost all of the grindy enemy side quests anyways, so it wouldn't be hard to just do this. Okay, do this, boom, dead, easy. Cloud burst. Okay, let's go get those affinity things real quick, and then I'll go check the other two that need some stuff. Sweet. What is the thing you're missing here? Okay, yeah, we still need to go back to Torna for that.
I'll make the most of this skill.
Then yeah, so anything in Torna is not important right now. That's the Scorpox or whatever, so let's see. Evade and attack. Okay, Domino Flamise. That'll be near the lake without a doubt. Chances, well, I guess maybe not without a doubt, but yeah, so we need to go near the lake, go fight a Flamie. Oh, okay, so you don't even have one. Thanks, Aegeon. That's great. I appreciate it. It's not a Salshrogel, so that's not what we're looking for. But we also got that done. Okay, I'm going straight for the campsite. It's right here. Don't attack me, level 31 enemy, please. This is where the story was. Well, here's the campsite at Seagull Fell. Now, about that boy. Hey, isn't that him? Whoa. Hey, wait, we won't hurt you. We mean you no harm. Please, stay. You won't hurt me? Yeah, let's trust the fire lady. I see, you've decided to trust us, for now at least. We're affiliated with the Ardanian forces. We didn't come to bring you mischief. We know what happened to Torgoth, and we've been acting wholeheartedly to protect the refugees. You've escaped from Torgoth too, perhaps? That's right. Can you tell us your name? It's Callie. Young Callie. Do you know Lasham Cove? The boat of my countrymen is moored there. I know it. I know the boat too. It's huge. Will you journey with us, young man? We can offer you a hot meal. What's wrong? You don't want to get on the boat? No, it's not that. I've lost Kelly. My sister. I have to find her. That's important stuff, kid. Why didn't you tell us right away? I tell you what, you run ahead to Lasham Cove and wait by the boat. We'll find your sister for you. Well, I never. We promised you that Callie will find her for you. Can I really trust you? Yeah, of course. Any idea where we might find this sister of yours? Actually, she likes watching the big boats at Lasham Cove, so maybe she'll be somewhere you can see them all coming and going. Then perhaps we should begin at a high-up place that overlooks the cove. Okay, I'll wait at the harbor, but please find my sister. That's a boy, yes? One of the affinity things was called Wheel of Penance, which makes me wonder if you can buy a vowel. Go to your room, you're grounded. All these excavations, I can't do any of them. Hey, have you ever noticed all the guff washing up ashore? Machine parts and what have you happen a lot in Gormod and in Torna. I'm an adventurer, by the by. I travel around all rest searching for stuff. You see to the untrained eye, they just look like scrap, but there's plenty of value inside. To get to it, though, you need a cool tool called a Seeker, designed by top engineers. But I think my Seeker's broken or something. I was planning on using it to pick up lots of parts all over Gormott, but it looks like that won't be happening now. I don't just want to wait around twiddling my thumbs here, though. Maybe you can go on instead of me. Try and collect some machine parts for me? What do you think? I don't mean to be nosy, but you're a tough bunch, right? Drivers, blades. Well, searching in monster-infested places should be right up your street. The look on your faces tells me you're interested. Great, that settles it. So first of all, you'll have to build a Silver Seeker. Once you've got one of those, you'll be able to retrieve the useful parts from the scrap. To make a Silver Seeker, you'll need a Crabble Carapace, which you can get at Serene Springside nearby. And once you have a Seeker, you can use it to recover useful parts from washed-up machines you find. Currently, I'm after one bat hinge and a scarlet coil. Well, somebody said they'd give us bat hinges, so there are plenty of silver machine parts all over Gormott, so I'd like you to look for those. I'll be here waiting for you, don't you worry. Zenma 1/2, okay. Couldn't tell, yeah, I don't know how he couldn't tell. Bat hinge, yeah, we just had a Nopon tell us he'd give us bat hinges as a reward for his quest. Although we'll probably find bat hinges anyways. Also, here's some green barrels, which should have hopefully some of the red pollen orbs. Yep, got some red pollen orbs and lots of cash. Give me that last coin. And let me see what spicy options we have, since somebody needs some spicy food or they're going to die, I guess. Not a charm, that's not going to help. White hot. I don't know if this would count. You know what? Let me check the quest to see that it doesn't say something specific. Who is giving you the bat hinge? Adam West? Maybe. Okay. Ah, it's one of those. Uh-oh. I should have looked at what it said. Actually, no. We're gonna... Yeah, whatever. Can we make the... No, we still can't make a... Inconceivable pudding is not makeable either.
I will challenge myself today.
I think the only thing we even can make that fits that is the white hot eggy thing. Let's see. Bunnet stuffed peppers. I don't know if these would be hot enough.
Just taste it.
We're gonna have to probably come back irregardless if I had to take a guess.
Together nicely.
Okay. Alright, anyways, let's go back to them. I don't think we're going to find any machines on the way, but we'll see, because we're looking for a couple of things now. You know, one of them being somebody's little sister, which is probably a little more important, but what are you going to do? I don't want to fight you, Seltzer's Taus. I might end up fighting you, though, if I keep getting stuck on trees. Okay, I really don't want to fight you, Mr. Level 25 Brog. Thankfully, that's not what aggroed me. It's the dumb bird again. I'm already fine. I don't need to fight you.
Aren't we intrepid?
I do need tree, though. Give me that. Okay, let's see if any of this will perk you up. White hot eggy curry. Okay. So all three of these actually would do it. Ugh, man, I thought that was the end for me. Thanks for keeping me alive. You've sure got an appetite. I'm not sure where you put all that. My stomach's never let me down. And also, I love spicy stuff so much that the more I ate, the more pumped up I got about this whole drivering deal. Ugh. Just hearing you mention it makes my insides roil. Hey, Lyda, if you think you can laugh it off, you don't know me very well. Can you even imagine what would have happened if these guys weren't here to help? I'm sorry, Kaeda. Lyda, I think Kaeda is just worried about you. As her driver, you're important to her. Obviously, she wants you to do well and to be well. Kaeda, is that true? Let's head for that big tree next. No answer, huh? So I guess not, no. If you even think about collapsing again, I'll name this place after you. Lyda Oasis has a nice ring to it, don't you think? Awkward. Or I could have said it like a Marvel movie. awkward. Jin, do something. I think this is beyond us now. Oh, I see. Then people will remember her failure forever. Mythra, don't help. Naturally, the legend of the bungling greenhorn driver who brought shame on her blade by collapsing from lack of food. Stop it. Don't say stuff like that. I might die of sheer embarrassment. Oh, you're going to be really embarrassed when you find out that is what this place is named in the future. Oh, wait up, Kaede. I'm coming. Thanks, Mythra. That could have gone a lot worse. Indeed, your less than tactful comment right there might have saved the day. What? Hey! Yeah, so in the future, this is called Lyta Oasis, so they did indeed remember her messing up. That dumb bird around my area, we call those Goonie birds. Ah, okay, I see. Anyways, we're going to a tree now. Oh gosh, this dude who loves spicy food looks like the priest boy from Record of Lotus War. Makes me wish there was a cute blonde elf instead. That's a girl just be... What is with you today and misinterpreting genders of characters? First we had the clear little boy that you're like, oh, it's a little girl. Or you're surprised it was a boy. And now you're calling Lyta the, like, very obvious girl a guy. What up? From this close up, it looks even more impressive. You bet. It's just so majestic. It calms me right down, and it reminds me of my father. What is... Okay. Is that so? He must be a great man, then. He's a builder, my dad. Sure, he's a bit grumpy and stubborn, but he's someone you can rely on. Me? I'd like to be like that, too. I'm gonna get strong and sturdy and stop disappointing Kaede all the time. We're calling this tree the Way Tree. That's a nice name. A bit simple, though, no? Wait, my dad's name is Wayton. I see what you did there. It's a name that will not only remind you of him, but also the way you wish to follow. See? Man, I thought this at the watering hole, but Kaede is really good at naming stuff, huh? It's like a superpower. I don't think it's that she's good at naming stuff. It's that she made a name for stuff, and typically people just accept the name and go, okay, I guess that's what it's called. If people called frickin' sandwiches Bungledorfs, then we'd be eating Bungledorfs. I have to, don't I? Otherwise, casual travelers like you would never remember what's where. That's so nice of you. Not really. Sorry to put you out, everyone, but would you mind if we went just a bit further? Like, maybe at the top of that big root? It's a little far. Are you sure you're up to it? You really needn't push yourself. Right now, I'm feeling capable, and if I get turned around, I'll just look right out for this tree. Well, if it's gonna help you grow, I can't see a reason to say no. Sorry and thank you. Oh man, another viewer bot again. Starting to think our friend Jispy here is starting to not be able to tell genders apart. Yeah, right then, we're off. I don't know what's going on with them. Like I said, it's because Lyta has literally the same face and build as a priest from an anime who's totes a boy. Again, though, she looks like a girl in this. And it's not even like a subtle thing. It's like super obvious that she looks like a girl. Very dangerous in our modern landscape to not be able to differentiate gender. I could go for a turkey Bungledorf. Literally, exactly, though. People would be calling it that unironically. Like, it wouldn't be a joke. Just be like, oh, yeah, I'm heading down to the Bungledorf shop. You want anything? Like, oh, yeah, give me a turkey on rye, please. You know? It's like, that's just how naming is. People just make stuff up and we accept it. Well, somebody's dead, but it's not her this time. What happened? Did she get injured somewhere? I did it. I flippin' did it. I finally whooped a monster's butt. Lyta, please calm down. You said finally. What exactly have you been doing before? Oh, she's been skillfully avoiding them. This is her first official victory. Hey, Kaede, do I look buff now or what? After beating one monster, just listen to yourself. And even then, it looks like the poor guy might have just tripped and fallen onto your weapon. So I'm useless after all, then. Holding Mythra back. Lyta, take a look at that. Whoa, is that Lasham Cove? It's a huge natural harbor, as you remember, and yet looking at it from here, it appears tiny. Don't focus so much on your strength, but just look at how far we've come. I'm proud of you for that. You've still been kind of mean, though. Kinda, you're so nice. I don't agree with that one, Lyda. I think you gotta get better taste. What's that face you're pulling? Seriously. Seriously? All this noise about a simple exploration mission. Everybody starts somewhere. Thinking back to when we met them. Isn't this success enough? You know, actually, though, fair point, Jin. People always get weird about, like, light progress, but the thing I've learned is, like, you do have to start somewhere. You gotta crawl before you can walk, and you gotta produce garbage before you can make anything good. It's, like, again, I made that joke picture, you know, earlier, making fun of my old Kagami drawing, but it's like, well, it's because of that one that I even started, like, kind of drawing to begin with. That was one of the first things we drew, and now I can draw stuff that looks better, at least, so, you know, you're making a good point, Jin. I believe Lyda may yet grow into a fine driver indeed. It's not every day that Jin offers praise like that, is it? This pretty much settles it. She'll do great things one day. Everyone, thank you all for your assistance. After we've gone all around Gormat, I think we'll find some other place to explore. Then we might meet again somewhere, mightn't we? Very good. On that day, it may be you helping us out. Oh, don't make fun of me. I don't think he is. Anyways, I'm looking forward to that day. We'll be cheering you on, you two. And with that, we've gained community. 2, in fact, not just 1 this time. You've helped me grow a little bit as a driver. Thanks a bunch. I wonder where in the world Kaede and I will go next.
Thanks for that.
Thanks to you, Lyda's taken her first step towards becoming a fully fledged driver. She's got a long way to go yet, but she'll be there one day. Alright, we're at 7 now. Not bad. Let's see. Gosh, that Bungledorf thing reminds me of this book I read once. It was called Wayside High, and it was a slice of life, but humorous. Yeah, I know about Wayside. It had a cartoon. At one point, the principal of the school just decides door is a stupid word, and everyone should call it a boozax from now on. Also, yeah, I need to post a picture of the Lotus War character, because seriously, they look eerily similar, and there's no obvious gender differences. I guess that's what that random thing I got on my phone was about. How do you guys like your Bungledorfs? I usually take mine with basic ham and cheese, maybe some mayonnaise if I want to lift my mood. I like ham or turkey with some cheese, some tomatoes, and some onions, and maybe some lettuce. And then if I'm feeling like it, some pickles on top of that. And mustard, maybe? That's about it. I'll eat sandwiches with other stuff too. I'll eat like bacon or I'll eat whatever. You could throw like 30 meats in the sandwich. Just don't throw bologna on it. I'm not a big fan of it. I honestly, I've never understood the appeal of bologna. It's one of those things where like every kid I knew always had it in their house, but I thought it was disgusting. That was horrible. It's like I could not eat it. I have no sense of taste, but I would not eat that. Wayside High had a cartoon. Yeah, it did. But yeah, I don't know. I like a lot of stuff on my my sandwich. The thing that's always funny is when I go to Subway, they always still seem confused because they still want me to put more on it somehow. And I think it's just because I don't always put mustard on mine, and I won't put any other like sauces or anything or condiments. You know, sometimes I just like a more plain sandwich. And if you can start putting too much stuff on it, it's like it does start getting overwhelming, which I don't really like very much. Alright, so anyways. Yeah, I was going to say, I think there's an old machine over here, so might as well go grab this and go see what we can get from it. Oh, I gotta make a Seeker. Let's go see if we can make a Silver Seeker then. Because we did fight a couple Crabbles, so I'm hoping we can make it, and we have a guy who can make stuff since he's a little bit of a tinkerer.
Shall we get started?
Yes, we can. Sweet.
Finished.
If I find some bologna in my Bungledorf, you may as well spit in it. Yeah, I've never understood the appeal of it, but I guess some people really like it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oops. I don't know. It's just weird. It's like, if I'm going to have meat in my sandwich. Literally, I'd rather have any other meat. I'll have salami, ham, turkey, bacon, like whatever. All of it's fine. We already got the salvager done. And seeking a seeker. So I guess we got 2 quests done in one go. That was pretty quick. So let's go deal with them one at a time, I guess. And we'll get him his little parts first.
We must stay vigilant.
Oh, okay, never mind. I think it was just an update to Seeking the Seeker. I think we still gotta get, like, another part, probably. But, if we need bat hinges, then we're probably going to get it from this quest, so who cares?
Right. Where shall we head to next?
Oh, did I not get enough? Maybe I need more. I might. Yes, I still need 1 apple lamp. Okay, let's see if we can find one in the old machine that's over here, then. Since there is one right here.
Aren't we intrepid?
Okay, Seeking a Seeker is done. So is Salvaging the Salvager, so I guess we actually finished it this time. Let's see, yeah, I tend not to eat things that have first names either, especially not Oscar. Cracker Jack Blade, does he come with a prize? I don't remember what Cracker Jacks taste like. I think I've only had them like once or twice. I don't remember disliking them though. Yes, it's all here. Plenty enough apple lamps and ally sheeting. Now Dudana applies self to making of silver cylinder. Will not be moment. Imagine he messed up. Is all finished. Dudana in fact rather skilled at handiwork, so it was not tough job. Now is big moment of truth. Time to take special Dudana style silver cylinder for a dip. Friends watch and learn. Spectacular treasure is waiting for discovery. So yeah, salvagers existed as far back as this point. Here Dudana go. You know, I appreciate that they animated him going in. Normally this thing would just fade out. Oh, that's why they animated it. Should be spectacular treasure, all right, but then unfound and followed by big bad monster on way back. Sorry, friends, could dispose of Texas urchin for Dudana. There's maybe no other way to open treasure otherwise. Thinkings in advance. So I guess we got a prize, Jispy. Is this what you wanted? A Tacitus urchin? Also, very, like, highly specific detail that you'll almost never find out about me, but when I was a kid, I used to be, like, really into, like, ocean stuff and, like, fish. And, like, there was a period of time where, like, when I was a kid, it's like, oh, I wanted to be an oceanographer, which was really funny in retrospect, considering I can't deal with boats. But yeah, it's like I used to really love fish and stuff, but specifically I always liked the weird things like urchins and starfish and jellyfish and stuff.
You're coming with me, treasure.
I don't know why. Graviton clutch, okay. Well, we got you a thing and a little bit of money. Nothing crazy, but not bad. At long last, Dudana finally get paws on Gravitonic crutch. Now to take part to partner and finish off project. If get hold of certain thing in great number, Dudana can say goodbye to life of slaving under cloud sea. Dudana return to Torna now, greatest of thinking to friends. Dudana leave collectibles here as reward like promised. Hope will come in handy. Something for like a decoder ring or something. Okay. Or x-ray glasses.
Thank you.
Thank friends for helping Dudana with get rich quick scheme. Dudana guess that mean is now actually rich. Enough to eat delicious meat every day. Maybe some tasty sausages. And Salvage the Salvager is done. We've almost finished all the quests we can do here for right now. So that's pretty good. I have no idea how people feel about the side quests, but I like them. So, you know. So hurdy, Dudana was careless. Should not have gone walkies with weapons stored away in luggage. Very bad idea. Dudana forget that if weapon not always handy, reaction to sudden danger become very difficult. Friends should be careful too. Never know where enemies might lurk. Thanks to terrible mistake, Dudana failed to meet partner again. It's very depressing. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. Alright, we'll do this one real quick. And then I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Ground, we must stay
well, actually, I guess I could do that now. I'll just, you know what? I'll let you guys enjoy a view. And I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, so I'll be back in a minute. So Dun Dun is a bit of a dum-dum. Well, it's Dun. That's a bit of a dum-dum. But yes, I'll be back in a second, so just enjoy the view. Alright, I'm back. So, should I do vocal impressions while we wait for Duo? You could have, but nobody would have heard it because, you know, it's not how it works. Anyways, let's talk to Zenma. Zenma 1/2. Ah, so you found him. 1 bat hinge and a scarlet coil. I knew you'd pull through for me. The machine parts you can get in Gormon are a bit different to the ones in Torna, aren't they? Oh yeah. Hold on to that seeker. With your skills, you'll be able to collect lots more parts than I ever would. You might even be able to recover some gold machine parts too. They'll be more valuable. But to recover those parts, you'll need a more efficient seeker. You better get into making one. Oh, thank you. You brought me some nice parts. And with that, boom, we got another community member.
Thanks for that.
I'm grateful for your help collecting the machine parts. I even managed to fix my old seeker with the spare bits, so I'll be back in business soon. Sweet. As it happens, I've been coughing. Nothing serious, just that feeling that someone goes down the back of your throat. Yeah, I hate that feeling, frankly. Let me check our quest. Well, firstly, I guess we got affinity chart stuff to do, too, because we've unlocked several.
I feel...
Okay.
Looks like you're...
It would seem...
Boy, you don't actually have very much Aegeon. Cascade Smash. Has he just not been using him in battles? Well, okay, yeah, I guess some of those is kind of just whatever, but... Anyways, yes, so I wanted to check the quest log, too. I want to see where we're at. Okay, so we can't do that one. This is an all-together whole game quest. This is the story quest that we're going to finish here. And then we have these two, which I think we can go back to Roly Poly and finish this. If you didn't catch on to it, these both are wanting to do the same. These are both partners. They mentioned they want to go on a big quest, and they're trying to figure out if we're capable or not. So let's go back to, well, I guess we could go back to that place. To Yankik Harbor real quick, since we're going to have to be fast traveling, and we might as well finish up all the quests we can. Because why not? What's stopping us? And once we finish these two quests, one of which is a story quest anyways, we'll continue with the game.
Where shall we head to next?
What do you have to say, Barney Stone Seeker? How's that Barney Stone search going? We haven't found it. You haven't forgotten, have you? The famed adventurer who sealed up treasure and monsters alike in stones? Touch the stone to defeat monsters. Yes, we know about the Barney Stones. Don't you worry. What about you? Hey, you guys. I bet you don't know about formations. Tutorial. Not important.
This is becoming
But,
addictive.
we can get an old machine part, so might as well. What up, Roly-Poly? Man, faces of friends have looked that say, we pass your test, oh great Roly-Poly. How Roly-Poly know without even look? Oh, Roly-Poly's master warrior can tell such thing by sense of aura and so on. That aside, it seems that first impression of Roly-Poly was correct, and friends can hold friends' own. Very good. That concludes the test, but there is more test coming up in near future. Level of difficulty will be much higher. Also, Blade of Roly-Poly is scouting field for skilled drivers over Gorbot Way. If friends not have pleasure of meeting yet, would be great if could find and show him what friends can do. Okay, Roly-Poly will wait on Tenderloins for next... Tenderloins, huh? For next time when friends can give tests. Until then. So unfortunately, no community member this time. He just said, oh, well, we'll meet up again and I'll give you another test. Thanks, man. Yeah, he's talking about Krogain, which is the guy that we were already talking to. And then Big Dreamer, Dola. What's up? Look, Dola have great confidence in own stamina. Hope to become driver and stand at very front to soak up enemy attacks. Meh, but just thinking carefully, can Dola beat enemies just by taking damage? Might need friends to attack enemy and heal Dola too. Must find some quick. Must find friends. Easier said than done sometimes, but... Most of my friends are either ones I met in high school or they're people I met online. And even then, it's kind of a small group because I'm not good at interacting with a ton of people.
Alright, remind me why we're here again?
Ooh, it's raining. Awesome. What the heck is... Give me a sec. Just a second, give me a sec. sorry. There was an alarm or something. You're not mentioning much. A ton of people weren't worth interacting with. Yeah, that is kind of the thing. I'd rather have a set of people I like hanging out with than a bunch of randos that I don't. Also, I had to go get water to do that feeling in my throat. Hope I didn't miss anything. I just got back in time to hear you mention how you met your friends. I just said I met people either online or like in high school. That's where most of my friends came from. And then for some reason there was an alarm going off on my oven that was giving us some kind of indication, and I don't know what that was about. It said FSE 5. I don't think it means much of anything because we've gotten it before, but it doesn't happen very often. Which is weird. But just so you know, there is a non-zero chance that, like, I always worry when the oven does something weird that might have meant the power went out for like a split second. So if the stream just abruptly ends, it means the power went out. You know what? Let's see if we can do something real quick. Especially because I want to see if we can, oh, maybe I should, I don't think I'm going to be able to get a level 2, actually, now that I think about it. We might need to fight a harder enemy. Yeah, there ain't no way. Literally, we barely even got a level 1 before he died. Okay, anyways, boom. Innocent girl, Kelly, what are you doing? Huh? Who are you? Kelly? Yeah, that's me. How do you know? Oh, my brother. You could take me to him? Oh, please. Alright, so we got them. Let's grab some of this other stuff on the way.
The suspense is killing me.
Saints, we're already up here anyways, and I'd like to grab it. And the enemies here aren't tough enough to really be much of a problem. I'd like to finish Krogane's quests, if we can. It's just because it's a personal thing. Like, I just don't like knowing there's a quest I can do right now that I haven't done. Because for the rest of them, it's stuff that we can't finish, but... Oh! I didn't know you could do that. Wow, that is really useful. Huh. Okay, I didn't know you could just switch to different people whenever you felt like it. You know what? Sure, we'll play as Hugo a bit. We haven't really played as him much. Oh, but actually, this would be a bad time to play as Hugo for reasons you'll find out soon, so never mind. We're gonna have to wait on Hugo. Maybe he'll get his time to shine one day. Okay, I know an enemy we might be able to fight. That might get us enough, because there is a named monster over here that perhaps we should be able to get some extra stuff off of.
This is becoming addictive. Nature makes a fine
Thank you, Bridget. But yeah, I don't know. This is just kind of the thing with games with side quests is I want to finish everything I can. Hugo had his time to shine back in MS-DOS days. Nobody liked him. What the frick is the guy? He's supposed to be a big... Is he flying around, maybe? Okay, well, I'll spawn him manually then. I don't actually know what you're referencing, so... Thank you, Bridget. Appreciate it. There we go. That was the guy I was hoping was there, but I guess he did go flying around while I was exploring. So we're going to try fighting this guy. I don't know if we'll be able to beat him because he is level 18, but I don't think it's impossible. The goal is just to get some more level 5 specials in on this since it's a good time to do it.
These are really Moorish. The only way to win is to fight, right?
Oh, okay. I guess we'll do you guys first because for some reason we thought that this was a good idea. Level 10 monsters. Would have been scared if you got that reference, honestly. Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay, anyways, they're gone. Well, let's start the fight for real instead of that. Oh, there's a little ring on the ground. I want that. Give me it. Give me the ring. Okay. Pretty sure there was a movie about how that was a bad idea, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Let's see if I can break you. Nope. Okay, so... might as well just kind of deal whatever we can. Okay, I gotta remember we're the one who has the healer, so we might have to switch to them. Okay, let's go for a level 3 while we have the chance. Over affectionate Murph. Okay, boom, boom. Okay. Do level 4. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Now that I think about it, why did I do that? Because that wasted my level 3. Okay, we're gonna see if we can. Oh, we're definitely not gonna be able to get a level 3 in this time. Okay, okay, ooh, okay, we're standing in the fire. I need to get out of the fire. Okay, let's switch to haze. Okay, how about we do this again, but this time do a little better of a job. Do some nice little healing here. Okay, and then we'll do wind. Okay, and then we should be able to do a... Oh, we might not have chain attacks yet. That really sucks, but okay, what are you gonna do? Okay. Just get rid of you. But yeah, there's a series of not point-and-click adventure games because this is way before pointing and clicking, where instead you type in "get the candle" if you want them to get the candle. For example, the first was called Hugo's House of Horrors. It started 3 more games, one of which was a first-person shooter. Okay, very strange. Let's fight him. Well, no, I can just get him. I can use the tombstone to revive him. None of them were particularly good. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. Yes, let's fight him again. Come on, my friend, let's go. We beat you once, we'll beat you again. This thing is over affectionate. Why are you trying to kill it? Is too much love really so bad? It's because I need to finish Krogain's quest. He's an unfortunate victim of circumstance. Okay. Okay, Adam, I do, like, want you to... Okay, there you go. Thank you. Boom. Okay, let's do this. Do our level... Ultimate Aurora. Boom. Okay. Okay, I would like to switch to Haze, but I cannot, so I'm just going to hit him with regular attacks and stand slightly out of the way of his attacks for now. And hopefully don't get too much aggro from it. No, he's just straight killing me. Hey guys, you do need to revive me, and it'd be really nice if I could, like, not die. He's not even that hard. I beat him before, but, like, things are just getting goofy. Because I can't switch to freaking Haze. Dude, what is he? Why does this keep happening? What am I getting hit by? Okay, I might have to start the fight again. Because something's up. He is, like, one-shot killing people. And I don't understand why, because he wasn't doing that last time. So we'll try and fight him again after this if he doesn't kill us right away. Although it's not going to matter because we're just going to respawn right here anyways. Oh, shoot. Okay. Kelly. Callie. Aw. I can't thank you enough. Careful you don't lose her again, kid. You should be looking out for your little sis, you know. Yeah, I'll make sure that never happens again. Mythra actually being level-headed. Never thought I'd see the day. Hey, Callie, you left this behind. I've been holding on to it this whole time. Oh. I thought that was gone forever. Nice one, Kelly. Looks just like Laura's mother's keepsake. Hey, mind if I take a look at that? No problem. How did you come by this? I got it from Auntie Renea. What? My mother. Auntie Renea had another one, but Callie was always hankering after it. She said it was really precious to her, so she couldn't let it go. So she made me one that looked a bit like it. She said she was sorry she couldn't make it any better. I mean, I don't care about that so much. She made it for me. So it's precious to me no matter what it looks like. I see. Well, take care of yourselves, you two. We promise. Hey, the way you sounded just now, it sounded a lot like Auntie Raina. Or whatever, I'm gonna just say it like that. Yeah, just like her. I don't doubt it. I'm sure that we could converse for hours, but I'd like to propose a course of action for our new friends here. For us, you mean? That's right. Our vessel here will soon return to Morordain. Perhaps you two ought to be aboard when it sets sail. A wise idea. Things are not so unsettled in Morordain. Morordain, huh? No, I made a promise to our dad. He said he was waiting for us. We can't leave Gormott. You're right. Thanks, but I guess we can't come with you. We need to stay behind and wait for Dad at camp. Understood. We cannot force you to come. Indeed. If you start moving around now, there's a chance you might miss him. Of course, we'll leave you with some provisions so you won't get hungry. Yeah, okay. Thanks for everything. You know what? That was a pretty smart choice. He has attacks named Dino Thunder and Dino Storm. Okay, so over-affectionate Murph is into Power Rangers, I guess. Go to your room, Jispy. I bring news. Something tells me it's urgent. Correct, ma'am. If I may, this information is only for His Highness's ears only. You may approach. Whisper, whisper. Okay, I see. Everyone, may I ask you to reconvene in the boat strategy room later? Something unforeseen, is it? Indeed, I'll give you the details presently. I'm gonna take a drink. Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, we got another crafting or recipe. You'll get him randomly.
Great.
If he has an attack called Mystic Force, I will declare it's on purpose. Oh, okay. I see. Well, I wouldn't have known either way. Oh, okay, we finished his quest anyway, so we don't need to do any more. Excellent work. I can tell you performed the 5 blade combos I asked for. I'll report the good news to Roly Poly, my driver. I have to hand it to you. You passed the preliminary test with flying colors. Oh, didn't I tell you? This is a 2-step process. The real test starts now. Considering your skills, I'd say you're ready to move straight into the next step. I'll be right here, so come and talk to me whenever you're ready, and we'll continue. Good luck to you all. Thanks, man. No community member. Still.
I'm glad we could be of help.
Okay, let's get your quest. I knew you'd be back. Can't resist a challenge, right? More like I want to get this quest started so I can work on it while we're doing other stuff. Like I said, I need to make sure my driver has capable allies to escort him on his dangerous mission. So I'll have to ask you to do something a little trickier than last time. Here's what I want you to do. Basically, it's the same drill as before, but now I need you to do 5 of your finest 3-stage blade combos. Like I said before, yeah, we know about a blade combo. Alright, that's great. Anyways, we'll do your quest. Further blade coaching.
Let's see what we have here.
Alright, well, we'll get to it as we can. Hello, Zenma. You are back here now. You're still trying to scrounge up machine parts? I think I mentioned before, but there's silver and gold parts lying around. Yes, thank you, Zenma. You did say that. Let's see, yeah, I only know Power Ranger stuff because of Linkara. I stopped watching it a long time ago. Well, I've never been interested in it, so... Thanks for bringing me to that rubbish food before. Hey, I really mean it. Thanks to you, I managed to cure my homesickness and cheer up. Now my maintenance work is going great. Oh yeah, talking of curing things, how are you managing to heal up during fights? I like it how you were talking normally, and then you're like, oh, and here's dialogue with tutorials in it. Anyways, let's continue the story. Like, for real, instead of, like, side quests.
Thank you all for joining me here. I'm afraid I have important news that I need to impart to Adam.
Oh, yes?
It's about the militia.
The who now?
I've been gathering an army in Uriah. People who've lost homes, families. People who'll make a stand against Malos.
Well, according to intelligence we received, they have departed from Uriah now.
What? Why? Malos's whereabouts are still unclear.
It seems that Uriah has conscripted them all. It's now a special regiment of the Orion Self-Defense Forces.
I thought I'd sorted this all out with the Orion King.
At His Majesty's behest, we have ascertained the position of the moving troops. They are heading to Torna as we speak.
We have established communications, so you can send word at any time.
When they get to Torna, tell them to go to a letter. Ugh.
As you say.
Laura? I've never seen Adam like that before. He's gone off somewhere. Is it best to leave him alone, do you think? That's for you to decide. I'll go where you go. Right? No, he might need someone at a time like this. We have to go after him. I mean, to be fair, he seemed slightly displeased, but I don't think it was that big of a deal, Laura. I think he's probably, like, I don't know. Just not in a good mood, you know? It's like me last time I streamed. That wasn't the drawing stream. Which, okay, just to say it so this doesn't come up again, if I stream, it's going to be on Tuesday night. Saying that so we don't have a reoccurrence of a familiar issue from this week.
That wasn't like you.
Huh. You think so?
Yes. I thought you always know what to do. You're never lost.
I wish that really were the case. To tell the truth, I'm always worrying. Ever since I became Mythra's driver, anyway.
It didn't seem that way at all.
Power lends one an air of capability. Even more so when it comes to the Aegis. When we first met, we could have burnt you to pieces. Though fortunately, we avoided that thanks to Jin.
Is that why you were away from the militia?
As I am not in full control of Mythra's power. Scores of soldiers could die by my hand. I was frightened. This cataclysm Malos caused, it's likely all because Questa Amalthus was unable to control him. And if that's true, then perhaps I too.
I think she's well aware. Just not so comfortable saying it.
That's your analysis.
Well, I have been with Jin, the paragon of Torna, for 17 years. I can roughly tell how much of their strength the blade is using, just by watching them. She's making sure you... No, she's holding herself back to make sure she doesn't go that way. Deep down, she's very kind.
You think? That still means I'm just not man enough.
Don't think that way. You'll get used to it little by little. I was the same.
If only time would slow down and afford me the chance.
Yeah.
Just to pause real quick so I don't forget this cutscene real quick. I do want to mention, I think it's very interesting that in base game Xenoblade 2, they spent a lot of time talking up Adam as this great hero who wielded the Aegis, and he's talked up like this big guy. And yet, we see here that this guy does not trust himself at all, and in fact is very worried about Mythra's power. And I think that's very interesting, contrasting him with Rex, Adam almost seems to treat her a little bit more like a dangerous object to be worried about, whereas Rex has never really done that. Maybe it's naivety or naivete or whatever, or ignorance, but Rex doesn't seem to treat them that way, and I think that's just an interesting thing to note going forward. We should be able to take a ship headed straight to Aletta from here. That's great, but why's it gotta be a passenger ship? Can't we travel with the Emperor? What's wrong with making a grand entrance? I'm awfully sorry. Though I may be traveling with Lord Adam, I'm afraid my actions aren't officially sanctioned. His Majesty's ship is a war vessel. It would take considerable negotiation before Torna granted us docking privileges. Figures. That attitude of yours is what gives us so much trouble. You don't just stop to think about the consequences, do you? Bro, you're getting way too uppity about nothing, Bridget. Shut up. Honestly, I give up. Behold the mighty Aegis, wielder of unthinkable power and unparalleled foolishness. Bro, Mythra, slap her. Hey, would you get off my case? I didn't even say anything. Knock it off, you two. At the very least, we've got a nice leisurely cruise ahead of us, and that's something. I'm excited to meet all the Resistance people who look up to Adam. Well then, if we're all agreed, let's get on with it and talk to the captain, shall we? I do not really like Bridget in Torna. You might have noticed that she's a little different here, and we've kind of heard little bits and pieces about the driver manifesting in the blade, which means either Morag is very calm-headed, or Hugo is hiding something potentially. But either way, Bridget is kind of mean, frankly. I am not the biggest fan of how she treats Mythra in this game. Like, I understand Mythra's a little bit dumb sometimes, but, like, I don't know. She goes way too hard on very simple things for no reason. And I think it's purely just because Mythra was kicking her butt, but, you know. I believe that naming something is one's way of giving meaning to it. I only wish I could name the rush of incredible feelings that have been welling within me. Not to mention naming all the places and happenings that we come across on our adventures. So that each and every one will stand as a reminder to the time I've spent with Lyta. Okay, so you're not as harsh as you seemed, I guess, but you probably should be saying that more often to her. When I first met Kaida, I thought it would be a real life changer for me, but nope, everything's still same old, same old. I'm still the same old hopeless crybaby who can't cope under pressure, at least. But you can't just wish for something to get better, can you? You have to make it happen yourself. That really kind of hit home for me. You know what? Fair mindset. If you never do something, then it's just going to stay the same. Okay, Alright, so stay awake on Tuesday night. Yes, you're still going to forget. I hope not. Watch plenty of scary stuff so I don't sleep is what I would say, but basically nothing scares me. You might as well just play an actual interesting game or something. So I suspect Mythra is an alien, in other words, a Xenoblade. I don't think she looks like an alien, but okay. You again, eh? It's nice to have regulars. Going to Aletta and Torna this time? You paid enough before, so this trip's on me. Ready to go? Sure, we've done most of what we could do here. Here we go. I'll head off for Aletta as fast as I can. I'm pretty sure you're a bad driver. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you should slow down, my friend. Let me see how long I've been streaming for. Okay, 2 hours and 19 minutes. I gotta make sure I don't stream for too long because I don't want to keep Jispy up forever. You know. See, I mean, this wouldn't be the first game where aliens looked basically human. I guess, but whatever. Also, just you're curious how this connects to Xenoblade 1. I guess the question you should ask is whether it does or not, and in what way would it connect in that case. Yeah. I'm not going to say either way whether it does or doesn't and how it connects or whatever. So we'll just have to play through the rest of the game and find out. Also, don't worry about keeping me up. If I get off sleep, I can fix it. Okay. Well, it's more I just don't want to make you too tired. Also, maybe showing up here at night was not my best decision since it's like... Well, I guess it's still pretty. So yeah, this is the other half of Torna, since we didn't really get to explore most of Torna. We just had that little section. But this is the actual part of Torna, instead of just being nothing. This is also the last of the new areas we're going to find is Torna, because there's only 2 Titans in this, which isn't that big of a deal, but, you know, still.
Don't have to tell me twice. Witness
Alright.
my irresistible force.
Duel. I think you need to accept that Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright isn't canon to the X3 series. No, it's canon.
The suspense is.
I like to
killing
think
me.
that Phoenix and Layton hang out sometimes, or at least talk on the phone. He said, me showing up here at night was not my best decision. I thought at first you meant streaming at night. I keep forgetting this game has day-night cycles. Yeah, no, it's just like normal you want to show up at a place in the day at first. I've heard that the deeper the bond between driver and blade, the better they'll do in battle. That's because the bond has an impact on the blade's strength. I've also heard that just being physically close to one another can help foster that bond. I'm not a driver, so I don't know any more than what I've heard. Sounds nice, though. Having someone you can communicate with so well, I have to say, I'm envious. I feel like it'd be good and bad in some ways. It kind of depends, I guess. You know, I'm going to change the time, just because, why not? 8 a.m. Basically, always marry your blade. I mean, I guess so, yeah. I'm gonna be real. I probably, if it was a girl blade, I guarantee you I'd end up catching feelings for them. Just because.
Ahoy! Miss me?
Also, if it was Mythra, I'd definitely catch
Lord
feelings.
Adam.
No.
Lord Adam's finally come back.
Welcome back, Lord Adam.
Wow. Someone's got himself a bit of a fan club.
Maybe that's why he decided to take action. To wield that love for good.
By the way, Adam gave the order to meet in this place specifically, right? What's so special about it?
This land is Adam's domain. Look, that over there is his manor.
Not real impressive, honestly.
Certainly fit for a prince.
Looks like person's first Minecraft house.
It could stand to be bigger. And, you know, not in the middle of nowhere.
Are you completely incapable of saying something without sarcasm?
Sorry, it's just how I am. I don't really think I can help it.
She's right, though. It is quite away from the capital.
He is far too esteemed for his own good. Fourth in line to the throne, but loved by soldiers and citizens.
His relations with High Prince Zeta are quite strained as a result, I hear.
Really? I suppose even princes have problems.
Do they even have phones in Professor Layton? I think so, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like he lives in a giant brick. Yeah, it's not that impressive. Like, the Flintstones is a better house. Heck, Bilbo Baggins lives in a more stately manner. Yeah, exactly. For a place out of the back and beyond, it doesn't seem all that bad. Look at all the lush scenery. I think I could live here quite comfortably. It warms my heart to hear you say so. I like it here, too. I've been thinking about dabbling in a bit of architecture here someday. We better finish Malos off quickly, then, so you can run off and live life as a hermit. That's the plan. We'll be staying here a while. Long enough to gather some intel on Malos, plus there are a few things I need to sort out with the Resistance. That suits me just fine. If you don't mind, I think I'll go for a stroll. Understood. Thank you all for acting in the interests of His Majesty. Where are you off to, Hugo? A regiment of ours has been tasked with disarming a remnant of Cian troops at nearby archipelago. My presence there has been requested so that I may inspire them. And inspired they will be. It would take a stone heart not to be touched by your selfless courage. It goes both ways, Adam. I also wish to express my gratitude for their unceasing efforts. Aegeon shall act as my bodyguard. Bridget, I'd like you to remain here as a point of contact. Don't go running off without me once you've discovered Malos's whereabouts, don't go running off without me once you've discovered Malos's whereabouts now. What? And face him without His Majesty's prodigious talents? That would be foolhardy in the utmost. I'm honored that you think so. Alright, I'll return shortly. Hold the fort for us, Bridget. I'll be just fine, as long as you take care of His Majesty, Aegeon. Yeah, Laura, Princess had problems, like needing to hide his true identity from his parents and run off whenever it's time to fight Skeletor. I don't know about you, Jispy. Right then, let's see if we can't iron out a few of these problems the Resistance has been having. Is that something we could help with? Jin and I would be more than happy to help, right, Jin? Of course, if that's what you want. Thanks, both of you. You'll be a big help. The biggest problem we've got right now is lack of provisions. What, food provisions? I'm afraid so. Like you said, this place is cut off from the rest of the world, so it's no wonder they're so hard up. I think making sure our army doesn't die of starvation is more important than fighting Malos right now, don't you? Yes, very wise. History has proven many a time that the victors are those who have been fed and rested well. Just so, we should start by talking to Brogan, as he's the one who divvies up the rations, shall we? Feeding an army. First, Adam needs to get himself a green tiger. Jispy, I don't know about you. Okay, party formation has changed. The theme of our next drawing meetup should be Draw a Better Home for Prince Adam. I don't know. I actually haven't done much drawing of, like, architecture, honestly. Might as well go for Crackerjack and work Roly-Poly real quick first. Nice of friends to show up. Roly-Poly, just think of new test me one to put friends to. Last time we do break and topple, then we call that good enough. Hopefully friends remember? Well is no longer good enough. This time we add launch and smash. Launch will lift enemy off ground and smash will smash back down, as name implies. Great power moves. Sequence of break, topple, launch, and finally smash is ultimate form of driver combo. For this test, Roly-Poly want friends to do hold whammy to any and all enemy, anytime, anywhere, 3 times over. Next job is big, huge, enormous, gargantuan. Must be able to do driver combo with eyes closed. Oh, and of course, must come to Roly-Poly to let know that test is done, once test is done. Or maybe is obvious? Well then, Roly-Poly wait with hopes held high.
Don't you worry.
Yeah, I've never really drawn much, like, architecture stuff. I'm more trying to draw people and, like, characters and stuff, because that's what I like better. But that's just me. Feeding an army, well, we'll see. The cook is making jerky. Well, the problem is you gotta wonder which one of these two is feeding said army. Hopefully you make it in time to feed them and stop the Fiend Lord's army. That's a good one to reference. Hey, you lot, have you ever found a secret area? They're not something you could just stumble across, but if you put in the work, they're usually something special. Sometimes they'll be incredible views, other times they might be in ancient ruins or historical monuments, depends. Secret areas are pretty great. I've never seen one myself, though I've always wanted to. Imagine. Bet you could dine out a story like that for a lifetime. Just think of how many drinks people would buy to hear it. That's fair, I guess, yeah. This game has secret areas. Yeah, well, I mean, so does Xenoblade 2 and 1. They're just really out of the way. Brogan, is that you? Whoa. Lord Adam, please. Hey, he's turning blue. Bro, jammed. Here, drink some water. You didn't give him any water there, Laura, but okay. Looks like your color's returned. I'm afraid I have no idea who you are, but I owe you my life. I think you're exaggerating a little there. Not at all. I'd give you something by way of thanks, but I'm afraid it's a difficult time for me right now. Brogan, have you been snitching food in the sly again? Lord Adam, no. Perish the very thought. So, what were you doing there, then? Because whatever it was, it sounded awfully like someone guzzling to me. Prince, I was disposing of spoiled food, your highness. You mean you were scarfing down rotten food? That can't be good for your health. Thank you kindly for your concern, but I am very fortunate to have a naturally robust gut. I couldn't risk giving this inferior stuff to the resistance fighters. That sort of makes sense? You could say I was maximizing efficiency by combining food quality management with disposal. And if I can quieten the rumbling of my stomach at the same time, well, that's a tertiary bonus. Yes, Brogan, I get it. You'll stop at nothing to make things more efficient. As we've just seen, you'll even risk your own life for it. Could you just give me a report on the state of our food supplies? Of course. Well, since your highness's recent return, we've been catering for a few more soldiers. We've organized food gathering squads and dispatched them here and there, but sadly, manpower does not suffice. I suppose I bear some responsibility for that. Yeah, we should help out with the catering, too. Indeed, we must do what we can to improve the situation until His Majesty returns. Thank you all, you're so kind. Here's the list of our needed foodstuffs. Is foodstuffs a British thing, or is this just like a thing that pops up in Xenoblade? 2 grimdark crabs, 4 portions of ferrous breast meat, 2 large lactonuts, and 6 measures of weeping flour. That seems easily doable. We should probably get 1 more of each than he asked for. He's pilfer prone. I guess we have everything we need to start searching. Let's see. No, someone is choking to the Heimlich maneuver. Yeah, I think that's what she should have done, but that's not what she ended up doing. Also, for a minute, I thought the game had become sentient, was making up that secret areas thing just as a reference to my playing first-person shooters a lot. I don't think that's what they were doing. Foodstuffs is a real word. I've just never heard people use foodstuffs in, like, any context, really. Let's see, we call ourselves the Resistance Army, but we're actually just starting out. Not so much as an army as a club, really. We may be small, but we've got all sorts. Orions, Tornans, Gormati, Ardanians. There's plenty of folk in Araya who'd readily use this as some kind of mercenary strike force. But who's to say that won't strain tensions with Torna and more Ordain? We've worked hard to get this far. As lieutenant, I'm not about to let my troops be used to fight their homelands. We've only got one goal: defeat Malos. Probably a good one. He's killing a lot of people, so I get it. Let me go get this red guy over here. Probably a slate piece if I had to take a guess. Yep, a purple slate piece.
You're coming with me.
Let's see. Well, I know in contract I'm going to end up showing you one day. The person uses the word foodstuffs. Okay. You have like 5 billion things you want to show, but you're going to need to pick stuff, man.
Aren't we
I'm something of an expert.
So anyways, I'm going to try to get to the next cutscene, and that's probably where we'll end it off when we get to the next like cutscene. So we're going to do these a couple quests as we're going. Ah, Lord Adam. Hello, Vez. All's well, I trust. I have a minor point to report. Here it comes. I dropped the vault key. What? Oh boy, this is a predicament. Just a predicament? It's a vault. Surely it's got things that one might want to access sometime. Yes, ma'am, it's a storage location for all the Origo family owns, from ancient treasures through to tableware, ma'am. Wait, everything they own is in there? Master Adam, this sounds bad. We have to find it. The key, I mean, straight away. How kind of you. Are you really that worried about my possessions? I've been poor before, so I know what it feels like to have nothing, and it feels bad. And considering the vault contains priceless artifacts, it would be terrible if some villain were to find the key first. About that, no worries on that count, ma'am. I dropped it in a Grafton Ferris den somewhere out in Racton Moor, so no need to worry about anyone picking it up. I may be incompetent, but I'm not that incompetent. No, I think you're even more incompetent in that case. No, I think the dropping part proves the incompetence. The rest is just icing. And why are you even there? You can pick medicinal herbs there. They help my grand, so I got caught up in picking them and out came the Ferris. Exactly, ma'am. What is the point of you, really? I mean, it's an important thing, the key, so I always carry it with me wherever I go, ma'am. Stop torturing the help, Mythra. We'll get the key, Vez, don't worry. Thank you for your honesty. I'm relieved you weren't hurt. Lord Adam, you're too kind. You heard him, Adam. You're too kind. This is kind of what I like about these side quests. Xenoblade 2 side quests are definitely decent, but it's kind of like... Torna's, I think, are a little better in that they add a lot to the characters as you play through it. I feel like you honestly miss out on a lot of good interactions if you try skipping the quest, which, mind you, you can't skip the quests because, you know, we're going to have to do a certain amount of them to beat the game, which I know you may say, oh, we have to get, like, freaking, what is it, 64 community members. I might be a little worried seeing that number. It's not as bad as it seems. It's just starting out, it's hard to get community members. It gets easier as it goes on. When we set out on a campaign like this, there's no telling when we'll be able to return to the motherland, so soldiers usually aren't thrilled to be assigned to such missions. But McNeth from my squad, he's a different story. He's unusually pure of heart for a soldier, very eager to make himself useful to the Emperor. Though he hasn't demonstrated any exceptional skill, I see promise in him. He's one to keep an eye on, I'd say. Honestly, I would hate being in a situation where they put me in some random place I don't want to be. Like, bro, no, I want to be where I live. That's it. I'm not interested in going some random place that I don't know. Maybe it's just me. We're not going to talk to literally every NPC here because we can talk to some of them later on too.
Becoming addictive.
Since we're going to have another stream, but as I said, I want to do just enough to get to the next cutscene since I think it'll be a fun one to end on. And it'll pretty much end off the major story progress for now because we're going to enter what I would call a bit of a filler arc for a bit. The first of 2 filler arcs in this game, mind you. So, you know.
I'm something of an expert.
See, oh, it's an episode of a show I'm already showing you. Oh, okay. And the person who uses the word is the Blue Thunder of freaking High and brother of rhythmic gymnastic, or gymnast. Ah, okay, I see. Well, I guess we'll see it when we get to it then. 64 community members, a full Nintendo. I guess so, yeah. Okay, well that was at least some of the stuff we needed for that quest. I wasn't really intending to do that, but...
Aren't we
But yeah, so like, I know you may see the amount we have and the work. Okay, okay, sir, no. We are not going to win against you. I do not want to fight you, frankly. I probably need to use some of the level ups since we have been kind of running through things and we're like a little under leveled, frankly, for where we're at. Let's see if we can beat this guy at least. Like, I can fight things that are a certain amount of levels above me, but at a certain point it's going to get harder because, as you might notice, we're missing a lot. And that's because agility, just like Xenoblade 1, is a pretty huge determining factor in whether or not you can hit enemies. Thankfully, he can't dodge anything while he's toppled, and thankfully, Mythra also did a smash there, so good job, Mythra. Very good. Very impressed. Okay, fresh vegetables. Yeah, so I don't know. I understand why they did the side quest the way they did. It's kind of like they want you to actually play the game, obviously, because otherwise it'd be kind of messed up if it's like, oh yeah, just run through the game in like 5 hours. Like, they want you to actually engage with it a little bit. And I would argue that, if anything, the side quests are almost vital to fully appreciate it. Okay, wow, that guy just killed me straight out. I'm not sure we're going to be able to beat these if they can do stuff like that so easily. Man, they're going nuts. Okay, we might have to... Okay, let's just topple him. Let's start using our specials because we really don't have many options. I probably should have not done what I did there because I could have... Okay. Now we might be able to beat the rest of them, I hope. Okay, and then let's switch to Haze. Heal everybody real quick. Boom, there we go.
Think you understand how to fight alongside me now?
Nope, I have a long way to go before I can measure up.
Okay, so we should be able to get rid of this ether miasma, which is good. Why not? Okay, and we'll get a little collection point here. Okay, let me see. Oh, we already got all the foodstuffs. Okay, well, can we even beat that Arden? Because, again, I need to actually use... Well, we might be able to. It's going to be tough, but we'll try. Because we're going to need it for that quest. Since I figure, let's get the door key while we're here. It won't take much time. As you can tell, we're probably not going to be able to fight this guy right now. But we don't have to. Now, this is what I call a real predicament. It looks really pretty vicious. Did the boy really enter its den? I'm impressed he left alive at all. Vez was born under a lucky star. This matter is full of anecdotes about things like that. He's a forthright man. He wouldn't lie about this. If he says he went in, I have no reason to disbelieve him. You seem awfully calm about this. What'll you do if we can't get the key back? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Anyways, the things that matter the most aren't inside the vault. Oh, really? I know where you're going with that, but I'm sure there are plenty of things in there that do matter a bit, and I'm not letting you lose that. Thank you, Laura. Looks like it's still upset about our friend wandering into its den. We'll have to draw it away somehow. Or defeat it where it stands. Those seem to be the only choices. Well, in that case, we're gonna lure it away with food. Say we want to lure it away. What could we use? Someone could act as a decoy. Why are you looking at me like that? Let's maybe just use food. We could take down some herbs armus. Some should be grazing nearby. Ah, brilliant. They most likely form part of its diet anyway, so it won't look suspicious. You've got a good head on your shoulders. You know, we're not mercenaries because of our looks, right? Though I never thought this would be how we use the experience. Herbs armus, right? Fine, let's get this over with. We're definitely not using Mythra as bait. I would refuse instantly. So, anyways, we did see. Is this an herbs ar? No, this is an Ardun. Let's see if we can find some herbs armus. So, should feasibly be some somewhere. It's not over there. Can't cross this because the bridge is out, which will come up later, as you can imagine. Lucky Star, that gives me an idea. Do an initial D parody. Okay. I'm surprised you didn't just go for the obvious, but whatever. The new Dempamen. Yeah, Dempamen was a series that was real, like, I wouldn't say popular, but it was a thing on 3DS.
This is becoming addictive.
I never played it. My friend Isaiah did. And it was probably who was playing the new Dempamen. If it was I Am Me, then it was definitely Isaiah. Because he always would just find weird stuff and play it. Like, legit, he just finds, like, obscure, strange indie games and things you've never heard of. So he's a lot like Jispy, I guess. But instead of, like, old 80s games, he plays mostly newer stuff. Okay, let's get rid of you. You're only level 20, so we should get rid of you. I really do think it's funny that we've been just rolling through this game under-leveled on purpose and still have not had really much trouble with what you expect. Ah, he didn't break. Okay. Do some attacks here. Try to clean these things up. Okay, let's try breaking him again. Nope, he's still resisting. Okay, and we'll spin and we're pull out these. Heal everybody. Let's start using our level 3 specials too. I've been like slacking on that because the fights have been going too easy. Honestly. Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, nobody told me this, but like, I did not turn the volume down from the cutscenes earlier. Somebody probably should have said something, but whatever. Battle is making it hard to hear you. Yeah, literally, yeah. Just as I said that. It's like, somebody probably should have said something since I forgot to turn the volume down after the cutscene. Whatever. Armu Carcass, I think that's what we needed, but we'll get another one.
Your sleeve is starting to fray.
Clothes get torn in battle. There's no way around it.
Okay, let's fight you. Just start beating on it before he can even get up. Let's try breaking it again. Okay, we're just gonna do this. Aw, man, Jin, you really had to miss. I know we got plenty of time to do that quest, but it still makes me a little frustrated. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, I'm kind of waiting for... Man, Adam is really bad at doing... Okay, let's do that. Switch to Jin, topple him. See if he launches. No, okay, Mythra was out, unfortunately. I don't know if we're gonna get a level 3 in or not. I'm gonna just... Oh, frick, I pressed it early. It didn't matter anyways, because he would have died too early. Okay, I think that'll be enough for him.
This is becoming addictive.
Nature makes a fine
So anyways, it seems Duo knows a lot of people who like weird offbeat things. I guess so, yeah. I don't know why, though. Though the funny thing is, I don't think a lot of the stuff I talk about is obscure. ROMX and fan games aside, it's pretty obscure. I don't think anybody really knows about the game Quirk Just Be. So what's with the weird offbeat thing? What's the weird offbeat thing Troy likes? I don't know. Honestly, he just plays like some random indie games, but most of them I've like, well, some of them I haven't heard of at the time. Right? Let's put down the bait. That was a great run there. Now, let's get the key while it's occupied. I mean, I don't know what Quirk is either. It's just a name for a magazine to me. That's the tomato guy that you told us about. Oh, man. Okay, I might regret that. Okay, guys, get the aggro off me. Get the aggro off me. Okay, thank you. I'm just gonna let it go. Let's see. But like, tell me Space Quest 4 is obscure. Oh, guys. Seriously? I'm surprised you lasted that long, Bridget. Good job, but... Okay, hopefully that didn't ruin the quest. I'd be really ticked if it did.
We'll avenge ourselves
Because I don't think they expected anybody to accidentally get into a fight because one enemy called a different enemy.
This is becoming addictive.
But yeah, Space Quest 4, if it's the way I regard it, if in all the time of watching YouTube video game creators, I have not heard a single person mention the game's name, it's obscure. Like, that's just how it is. It's why there's things like ActRaiser that aren't obscure. And yet, like, stuff that you mentioned, like Space Quest 4, it's like, I've never heard anybody say it. I've heard people mention King's Quest. That one's not as obscure. But Space Quest, yes, it is. I don't know if it's a good metric. I mean, it's a PC game, and the PC and console game tend to be segmented. Doesn't matter. If I haven't heard of it, it's obscure. That's the rule. Okay, he's dead. I don't know why you decided to fight us, but okay.
Considered writing a diary?
Aren't we intrepid?
Okay, please still be distracted. It looks like he is. Wait, you've heard about King's Quest? Yeah, because that's not obscure. Like, a couple people have talked about King's Quest games, so it's normal. But obscure stuff myself, like milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag of milk for one. I guess you could say that's obscure, but like I had seen bits and pieces about it in the time since, so it's like I think some people definitely did know about it, but
aren't we intrepid?
Okay. Let's go back here real quick. That's unexpected. Troy, that sounds almost as good as Jar Jar's Jar Jar Jar. Yeah. Yeah, so anyways, I hope you're able to stay awake just a little longer, because we're almost done, but we're not done yet. I want to do this quest, and then I want to give the guy the food, so we can start the last cutscene for this stream, which we made pretty good progress, honestly. Like, we've been moving pretty well through Torna, which is good. Oh, it's the key. No mistaking it. Try not to drop it in any more deadly, dangerous places, okay? Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. About that, Vez. I've been thinking it's high time you took some time off. You don't have to take it that far. No, I think it's important, actually. I know that herb you've been picking. Clear Bright Crest, no? It's a remedy for diseases of the blood. That's... you did say you were picking herbs for your grandmother. Clear Bright Crest is quite rare. I hear that it's used only to treat the gravest of afflictions. Is that why you went to those lengths? You needn't worry about your duties. Just hurry home and tend to your grandmother. After all, nothing is as valuable as good health and family. Lord Adam, you're too kind. That's the most valuable so that's the most valuable thing that's not found in vaults, eh? As long as you're alive, there's hope in all things. What could be more precious than that? As you say, Lord, then I accept your punishment and thank you for it. Right, so if you need anything, I can just grab it from the vault, sir. Ah, indeed. Laura, is there anything you need? What? We've only come this far thanks to you. Speak and your wish is granted. You're kind of putting me on the spot here. How about a recipe for some royally delicious meal that's been handed down in your family? Laura, is that the best use of a wish? No, but I mean, I'm curious, okay? Hunger will get the better of anyone. Well, you heard the Lady Vez. Fetch us a recipe. And whatever else you think we might find useful on our journey, I suppose. Yes, Lord. Straight away, Lord. Here you are, Lord. I picked up things the best I could. And, your kindness earlier, I'll never forget it. I'll teach my kids to honor it, too. None of my lineage will ever forget the good turn you did us, Prince Adam. Sir, Lady Laura, ma'am. Wildflower salad, serenity perfume, and Kodo of self-interest. Okay. And a wing booster. And a community member, which is the actual most valuable thing we got from this quest. When I see my grandmother next, I plan on telling her all about you. Better yet, I think I shall write a book, so the kids of tomorrow know your greatness. You're going a little too far there, my friend, but okay. Okay, honestly, I think it's just King's Quest got a reboot / revival, and also an NES port for one of the games. Space Quest basically remained PC only, but yeah, among PC gamers of a certain age, Space Quest is well known. Well, PC games don't exist, so, you know, they're not real. There's also games by Cavi House, like Forget Me Not, My Organic Garden. Yeah, you did mention that, and this Starry Midnight we made. But for the most part, the games I play are usually at least somewhat mainstream. Yeah, sometimes. I swear Troy's just making up titles now. Nah, they're real, and you can find them on Steam. Yeah, that's true. I've seen them. Clear Bright Crest sounds like a weird parody of Rainbow Bright. Wasn't it that light thing? I did not remember that until you just mentioned it. That's interesting. Lord Adam has been so kind to me ever since we first met. Like when I was cleaning the roof of the mansion and slipped and fell, or after I carelessly got that electric shock in the kitchen. He was so worried and nursed me back to health. He got me back on my feet in no time. But they were just little mishaps, not like Lord Adam's serious wounds. It's what got me into medicine, you know? Lord Adam will tell you himself that you can't overdo things. You've only got one life to live after all. I'm not sure you should be working this kind of job if this is the kind of things that are happening to you, man. Anyways. The light thing? No, that's light bright. Oh, okay. Sorry. I don't know. Yeah, Troy isn't trying to pull a Jispy. Yeah, he doesn't just make games and then try to show it to us. Well, actually, I guess he does, because we're making a game. Never mind, I was wrong. Anyways, what's up, Brogan? Your name is really funny, because it's got bro in it. Welcome back. We managed to get all the food you wanted. Take a look. I'll take the liberty of confirming. 3 Grimdark crabs, 5 portions of Ferris breast meat, 3 lactonuts, and 7 measures of weeping flour. Oh, there appears to be even more here than I originally requested. Think of it as a little token of our appreciation, Brogan. Oh, so if you make yourself ill eating rotten food, it's going to affect the troops' morale. So be sure to eat your fill of this stuff and keep up the good work. Your Highness, I'm scarcely worthy of such an honor. With this, my devotion is sealed forever. Hey, come on, don't go overboard. Mr. Adam, would you mind if me and Mick took care of the cooking today? Oh yeah, get ready for one of the funniest cutscenes to me for some reason. The 2 of you? Yep. The caterers are looking pretty overworked since all the other people showed up. We should help out. That's very thoughtful of you. Then I'd be honored to ask for your assistance. Okay, let's go for it, Mick. This is good, but it's only a temporary measure. I need to come up with a permanent solution.
Always happy to put a smile.
I do love that I'm apparently this really productive game designer and animator. Yeah, it's just how it is.
Mick, mind cutting the veggies?
Also, this guy is like the best cutter in the world, I guess.
You're pretty good at that.
Not really. Anyone could do it.
Looks good to me anyway. Then I think I'll get to the meat. Oi! Mythra!
Huh?
What are you doing?
Preparing the meat, of course. Are your eyes not working or something?
Well, cut it out. Back away and don't touch anything.
What? But why?
Seems like fun. Why don't I help, too?
Don't encourage her. You wouldn't talk that way if you knew the atrocities of Mythra's cooking.
Atrocities?
So are you still willing to eat her food? I'm asking this to myself, and my answer is maybe. So Mythra's cooking is so bad it kills people.
It does more damage to you than any artifice ever could.
Hey, watch it! Don't go around saying mean things like that.
Mythra.
Yeah?
Can I borrow you?
What is it? I'm about to help with dinner.
Laura, you too? Would you mind sparring with me, please?
I don't mind, but...
Why don't I help with the cooking?
Oh. Well, alright then.
He's literally just doing this to make sure Mythra doesn't cook.
Oh. Thank goodness.
Surely it can't be that bad.
You could always try it out.
That pile is getting huge. Mick, stop.
Perhaps not.
Cats do see differently than people. Also, I guess Link would eat it, but also Geek would eat it too. It's not just me. I was always a picky eater personally. These days I'm more open, but as a kid I would only eat what I really wanted. But would you eat Mythra? Or would you try Mythra's cooking? I'll wager nothing tastes as good as a good meal after some solid training. That sounds about right. I ate so much I feel like I'm gonna burst. Pardon me, Master Adam, sir. While I was giving out rations, I heard the soldiers talking. They said they were saying that Let Bridge still hasn't been repaired. What? Still? We sent workers there a while back. What's held them up? From what I hear, Gogos have been giving them no end of grief. I thought we'd preempted that too. Didn't we send enough guards? Must have underestimated the problem. These Gogos sound pretty tough. They're really not. I could see them being a handful in packs though, for your average soldier anyways. Those things are what destroyed the bridge in the first place. If we don't get the bridge repaired, it's going to seriously delay our going to and from the capital. How are Hugo and Aegeon? I believe it may still be a while before they return. Great. Then let's go and wrap this whole bridge affair up before Hugo gets back. We'll set out early tomorrow morning. Okay, we'll help you with that. Actually, I might have to pass. Oh, what's wrong? Not feeling well? No, it's not that. It's just, I promised that I'd make my special dish tomorrow. Forget about that. I'll get all the ingredients and what have you, so you can focus on helping Master Adam. He needs you. There will be time enough to cook later, after we get rid of the Gogos. We can celebrate after we get rid of the Gogos, we can celebrate our victory. We could really do with the help, Jin. Alright then. Or you could just leave all that to me. I'll cook up a feast for the ages. You know you flippin' well won't. People are terrified of Mythra's cooking in this universe. Oh, man. Okay, then. Shall we clear out the monsters on that bridge, like we discussed earlier? Where exactly is the bridge? A little ways down from Rackham Moor. It's not too far. Let's just go and scout out for a bit. Let Bridge Restorations. This starts the filler arc.
I see there's work to do.
Try it, maybe. Goggles, huh? Yeah. It'd be rude to not eat something that someone made for you. That's true. I agree. It can't be that bad. It cannot be that bad. There's no way. But either way, I think this is a good place to end off. We've been playing for 3 hours, so like that's a pretty typical stream. Honestly, I'd like to play more because I was having fun, but it's like, okay, we can't play this all night. We need to go to bed at some point. So, we'll chill here for a couple minutes in chat, and then we'll end the stream off. Plus, would you really turn down a meal made by a beautiful woman regardless of how it looks? I mean, you gotta be careful with that statement because it could be poisoned, but Mythra's not gonna poison you intentionally, so, you know. You know, either way, I would definitely be interested in trying it. You know, I like it how this whole playthrough has just been me fanboying over Mythra, though. Like, the entire game since she showed up, I'm just constantly like, oh, Mythra, you're so cool. You're the greatest. It's just so funny. I kind of knew this was going to happen, though, because I like Mythra a lot, and so it's just inevitable I was going to be like this. And this is reminding me of Ranma. It's revealed later that Kanai can't cook either. Well, I guess that's just how it is then sometimes. You know, it's a funny trope, so I don't mind it. But either way, yeah, I don't know. I guess if you got a fanboy for a character, you might as well pick a character that's good, and Mythra's literally my favorite character in this series and one of my favorite characters, so we still haven't seen why, even though I think her interactions are pretty funny so far. Honestly, I forget like how actually funny she is as a character in this, but we've not seen any of the actual stuff that makes me like her more than that. Then again, I say that when most of the girls in the Persona series can't cook, or can cook, but they usually prefer to get it, or to not get advice in their cooking. Oh, okay. I guess that's fair. Well, you know what? The nice thing is I can help Mythra learn to cook a little better. I'm not great at it, but I've learned some things, you know, so it's like, we'll improve it. We'll get her better at cooking. You know? But, yeah, so, either way, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I know Torna's a little bit different tonally from base Xenoblade 2, although I guess now they're starting to get more similar because Xenoblade 2 is getting more serious. But I hope you've been enjoying it. I know it's a little slower. Like, the story is kind of weird because, like, we're about to enter, as I said, a filler arc that lasts for a little bit, and then it'll go back to interesting, and then we go to another filler arc that's just entirely doing side quests so you can finish the game. It's a weird campaign where it's like, I really like it, but it's paced a little weird, I will say. I'm just trying to think of a game to bring up and get to claim credit for. Ah, okay. Landstalker and the Sega Genesis, truly my magnum opus. I feel like the name Landstalker I've heard before, so I'm not sure that works, but... You know, either way, I hope you've been enjoying it, and next week I'm going to hopefully be able to stream this twice. So what I'd like to do is stream Torna and Xenoblade 2, which I've been back and forthing them for a reason. It's intentional. Part of what I wanted to do was I wanted to make sure we started Torna before we ended Chapter 5 in Xenoblade 2, because I wanted to set up some context about what was going on with Haze, where it's like, hey, if you don't know what's going on, it's like, yeah, why is this played up for dramatics? But now we know it's like, yeah, no, Jin was partners with Haze. Like, we don't see them interact as much, but it's clear that he doesn't dislike her or anything. And is also the shared contact with Laura. And yet, by the time we get to Xenoblade 2, she's mysteriously missing half of her core crystal and lost her memories. Not just in, like, the traditional sense of a blade, but it almost seems like she doesn't remember anything, even her name, considering she was called Fan Lenorn, which is not normal for blades. So, a lot of this is to add bits and pieces of context as we near the end of Chapter 7. Because I very specifically want to make sure certain events take place before we get to the end of Chapter 7. You know? So, either way, we're already a pretty good chunk of the way through Torna. I don't know what percentage you would call this, and I'm not gonna really try to guess, but this game will probably be about a 5 stream thing, maybe a 6 stream thing. It kind of depends on how things go to finish Torna. So we still got a bit, obviously. Okay, so do I get to claim any of these? Pinball Quest, Master of Monsters, Valis 3, and Shadowrun. 3 of them you get to claim, but not Shadowrun. You know. But yeah, so either way, I'm gonna start ending the stream here. Revenge of the Ninja. There's a title on the level of the Ever Prince of Darkness. I feel like I've heard of Revenge of the Ninja, but I don't know if I'm actually thinking of that or I'm thinking of something else. But yeah, so I'm gonna start ending the stream now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this stream of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna the Golden Country. Next time I stream, I'm gonna decide whether we're gonna go for more Torna for a bit, or if we're gonna do some more Xenoblade 2 base game and then do Torna later in the week, which might be the better decision, just so we're actually back and forthing them. So I hope you look forward to that. And we still got a bit to go. Xenoblade games are long, and then throwing in the freaking 20-hour expansion into the base game makes it take longer, but I hope you're enjoying it, at bare minimum. You're more than likely thinking of Shadows of Ninja, an NES game. Revenge of the Ninja is Dragon's Lair type game, but anime, basically. Oh, then I've never heard of that one, then, yeah. So either way, next time we play Xenoblade 2, we're going to be actually starting Chapter 6, which I think is going to be starting with kind of a filler part. So I guess it's just filler streams for the next week. We're just going to do filler arcs, baby. I hope you're excited. And then next time we do Torna, we're going to do the filler arc and try to repair this bridge and explore some more of Torna while doing some more side quests, because as you can tell, there is going to be more side quests. So I hope you look forward to that, and I hope you have a good rest of your night, a good week, and I hope you take care. At least it's not a tournament arc. I love tournament arcs, so I don't know what you're talking about.